can do the intro.
Oh, copy. Alright, and we are live? Yeah, we're live!
Hello, boys and girls.
Boys
Boys and girls.
Give me half a second here.
Oh, the gargoyles.
Whoa, what is up with the camera? Is that better?
Nothing. I had it right in place.
Keeper would say.
Okay. Now it's better.
Well, it was Salt Marsh Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
I
we
had
moved
to
it since
reset
then.
the camera.
Oh, Krabby, I can see you.
We love you, Krabby.
I can see you in my heart. I think about you every time I burn something.
Yeah.
So,
Or
like,
somebody on a TV show burned something.
Yep. We were watching a movie earlier and someone fireballed and we're like, hey, look, it's Krabby.
We watched Darkness Rising today and went, hey, look, it's Krabby.
Watch Darkness Rising and everyone thought of you.
Welcome to Dragons in the Dining Room. This is DMLoxy presiding and this is Nerevis. What am I doing with my life? I had everything all set up. Bonus points if someone can tell me what happened last time on Nerevis.
We did some things. We rolled some dice. You narrated and we recorded all of it while people threw fireballs at us.
There was a bear that was really a lady and she was quite nice.
We also discovered how gnolls were born.
And we got a new sublord. Yes, that's right, Krabby. We also decided that
He'll be here after he gets me ice cream.
We're actually going to leave the city for real this time.
You guys
and not
have
go back.
left the city for real this time. And my piece of paper was on the pile. Where did it go? The heck? Where's my little piece of paper?
I don't know.
I had it in my pile of stuff that I moved over.
I didn't touch anything.
Did I blame you this time yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys fought some orange monkeys. Ringing a bell?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And there was
Yeah.
one moving around in the forest.
Very
We had
noodly
to
arms.
get-
I dissected them and there were
You know
no
what's
elbows.
really cool? We actually didn't fight the monkeys.
Woohoo!
We weren't like, well, you more like assassinated them.
I did. There was no fighting involved. I just went bloop, bing, bloop, bing, bloop, bing.
And Krabby, to answer your question, it is never too cold for ice cream and it is never too hot for coffee.
Yeah. Do you guys have your map of the world, etc.?
Everybody looks at
Good
me.
job. Well,
It was
I know
actually
you've been
plus 35.
keeping it. Let me pull up. Anyway, I pulled up and calculated all of the travel times and mileage and all that important stuff that you guys need.
Are we going to get reimbursed?
No, you can have it.
I don't need the blank one. We have the one that you
I don't want it
know.
back here right now. Just throw it on the table somewhere. Some nerd will grab it. I mean, all right, yeah, you guys fought some monkeys. There's still a monkey out there somewhere, you believe. You realize the guard on the back of the cart was not, in fact, crazy.
Yes, he was.
Well, he wasn't crazy in that way.
Exactly. So, here's just some quick notes for those of you.
Skeleton was female, if I recall correctly?
Yes.
Was what?
The skeleton was female, if I recall correctly?
Yes. And you guys also found a very interesting spell book that told you to yell loudly at things.
That Nerevis might need to use.
I'm going to be holding on to that.
I
I'm sure I
was
never talked about that.
no, but we will
I need
because
a writing implement.
I have pencil.
I need one that you guys aren't using.
Oh, this one's mine.
I'm just gonna
Because
start.
my mechanical one seems to disappear every time I set it down.
There you go, Joe.
Joe.
My green one should be by the
It's almost empty.
Joe.
my green one.
Yes.
Joe.
Joe.
That's it. I heard me. Here. Honey.
Hey, Joe.
They just handed me like
Well, you were listening to them like you normally listen to me, so I figured I should just do it anyway.
I heard them.
I
was answering you. Because you were talking to me.
Oh, Krabby.
Oh. So, for those of you who are note takers, on foot, You can go 20 miles a day, normal pace. If you go 40 miles a day, you are going to be exhausted and risk harm. We're talking like sun up to sundown forced march. Forced march. If you guys have issues with my travel stuff, deal with it. I love you guys. I spent a lot of time on this and going back and forth between what's recommended that doesn't make sense and logic and historically accurate in military. So
What's recommended, out of curiosity?
I threw it out. I looked at it. The tables don't match, and I went, "This is BS."
Oh,
So that's how that
miles a day
went.
is good. 40 miles a day bad.
So that gives
Yes.
us one level of exhaustion?
If you go 40 miles a day, you're going to be rolling for sickness as well as dealing with a level of exhaustion.
So
That's
what
like
happens if we use things like land stride or things of that nature,
Well,
which
that'll
allow us
alter
to
that.
move faster?
that'll alter it, obviously.
Also,
I'm saying this is without any enhancements. Without the blue pills, this is what you do.
gotcha. Now, is that with the filigree that was given for the horses?
The horses were given the
No,
The Zephyr
no.
shoes.
This is people on foot.
This is
Yep,
not
this
horses
is
on
people
foot.
on
Gotcha.
foot.
Okay.
Copy.
Just
I'm
making
on
sure
foot,
that I
not on
understood
hoof.
that. Gotcha.
on horses.
So it's technically rules that we don't need because we're probably never going to be on foot.
Joseph Anthony.
You know the player that everyone hated in the movie we just watched? Don't beat him.
I'm not. I'm not actually telling you you're wrong.
I would like to use my psionic blade.
If you're using it on Eric, granted. On horseback. Just a normal plodding along pace, you're going to go
Move
30
copyright
miles a day.
infringement.
60 miles a day, you risk the horse foundering.
So it was.
So horseback, the range is 30 to 60. On foot, it's 20 to 40.
Okay.
It's not entirely perfect. I'm well aware of this.
Gives us a good base.
It does. Thank you. Thank you for supporting your DM. Take a point of inspiration. I give them to you so much that I am going to get yelled.
Really?
Okay,
I've
take a
never
point of
gotten
inspiration.
inspiration.
You know what? Everyone at the table except Eric, take a point of inspiration.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Ness says hi.
Wave at the camera, say hi to Ness.
Hi, Ness! I mean, and I may adjust that slightly with the horseshoes of the Zephyr that you have, augmented horseshoes of the Zephyr, you're going above that. So you could go, it'll make your horse range 30 to 60.
30 to 60? Okay.
Yep, instead of 20 to 40.
Huh?
What?
Or 30 to 50. Sorry.
But it
sorry.
already was.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I was looking at foot. Let me cover that up. This is why I just...
So normal horse is 30 to 60.
Normal horse is 30 to 60. 40 to 70 with the horseshoes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is there a spot for inspiration in here?
Probably-
No.
We found a glitch. See, this is
That's
what...
why I'm having them play test.
Yeah. This is why. That's good. So, just some
Hey, I've already given you one of those.
quick distances that may or may not be from Silas to Fort Calyx by the main road is 700 miles.
If I could walk 700. Sorry.
How
Yeah.
did the horse do it?
To the shrine where William Cuthbert is going, from Silas to the shrine is 1,000 miles. Or I'm sorry, 1,000 from the lake tip.
I'm playing as Krabby. Yes.
So it's gonna take William Cuthbert 37 to 40 days, depending on whether he's on
He was
foot,
going-
travel time.
About a month and a half.
Wait, so Joe's
Yes.
the male version of Meg from Hercules? Because I'm the walking tree lady. He's Sean Connery. Minnie is basically Krabby. That's you. The male version of Meg.
It is, because he's sitting there going, no chance, no way, I will say no. I'm so much happier.
Oh
Do I want to know what he's doing?
no. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Is he? Oh God! Oh God! It's the sorceress from Darkness Rising.
Okay, so
Also, quick announcements. We have a merch store. If you haven't heard, you can get a Ditter shower curtain.
And socks.
And socks. And,
And
a
if you
mini skirt
really-
and leggings.
Yeah, like all sorts of crazy stuff.
That's kind of cute. You should leave it.
No,
Yeah.
it feels weird.
so from Silas.
Hey, Miss Fatal Pillow!
Hey.
Woo!
So from
Did that
Silas
shout for her?
to
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Silas to Calyx is 700 miles.
Sorry, I have to look
It's
at this.
technically 1,400 miles from Silas to the shrine, but from where William Cuthbert is now, he's only got 1,000 miles to go.
Gotcha.
Hey, football chick!
Hey,
Yeah,
football
he's doing
chick.
well.
Give Thaco an Ariana pony. Yes, please. I mean, that's just...
For a hot second there, I was like, I'm not wearing a skirt. Oh, mini skirt. That's a thing.
It is. Oh my gosh. So let's see here. So yeah, just a quick reminder for there's the world map in chat.
Oh, you've got both a 15 and a 17 automatically starting your day off.
Oh,
Because remember,
hey,
Scarecrow rolled for you on Monday.
that's right.
Up high pony.
I'm down with this. Thank you for the rolls. Heaven knows I will need them with this group. So who remembers how many days out from Silas you are?
3.
Now I have to redo my ponytail.
Are
I
you
think so.
certain?
Fairly certain.
Because we went to.
I thought it was closer to a week.
Because we skipped 3 days that we RP'd out, but we did skip ahead a couple
that's
days.
right, because we skipped 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we went to the caravan, and then we found a guy, and then, yes. Okay.
Yes.
How long are weeks in Nerevis?
It's weeks
Sometimes
are...
they're 7, sometimes they're 10.
Yeah, is it a 7
The
day or a 10 day?
Nerevis calendar is
Or
a
4 day.
10-day calendar.
Okay.
Months are 30 days apiece.
Okay, so we haven't quite been on the road week, according
Correct.
to this.
Yes.
Whereas I have 7-day weeks with 28-day months.
Right.
Oh,
Gotcha.
God. Great.
Typically, we
Seems like
well,
yes.
to make it easier, weeks are typically referred to as 10 days.
Okay.
So you've been, ayo!
Yo.
I'm gonna steal you in a minute.
Alrighty.
You're gonna be my new best friend. You just don't know it yet. I'm putting you to work tonight.
There's.
Put the sublord to work.
Long hair, don't care. Take it straight. So yes, we are going to say, and you guys really haven't had a lot of downtime with the horses. So with the horseshoes, I'm gonna say you guys, I'm gonna give you credit for 60 miles a day. Just to kind of give you a rough idea of where you're at.
Okay.
So 60 times 7. Come on, my mathematicians.
Yeah, let's do me.
420.
Nice.
4,200.
Thank you.
60 times 70.
60 times 7.
Just make sure. Oh, there's the bar right there.
I
Wanna make sure I
heard
didn't-
another 0 in
Oh,
there.
yeah. Don't destroy your knees.
If you could hand me my effects. Thank you, sir. Thank
So
sir.
you guys are
sir.
roughly, when you departed Silas and you took the road, you guys are right about here. You're almost ready to round the lake. You can see the mountains in the distance, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
Let's see here, because we're starting. Yeah, we're starting off here, so we're getting like here.
Yeah, I mean there's
We're
a little thing on the bottom, and the fun thing is the 200 mile marker is just shy of a D4. Like if you cut one of the numbers off the bottom of a D4, it's exactly that amount. So you can use that to measure if you need.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So 1,
I mean, I've been finding these fun little cheats.
So yeah, we're actually like right at the base of the mountains. then?
Almost.
Ness.
Yep, we're right about there.
Ness. Jason.
I mean, there's about 50 miles between the lake and the mountains. But you can, these are huge mountains. We're talking like Switzerland, Austria mountains.
He was the latest sub last week.
Or yeah,
It was like
recently.
4 weeks
Hey,
ago.
everyone.
Yeah.
Last game.
I'm gonna let you guys chit
How's
chat
it
for a
going,
second.
Asteriel?
I am going to steal the sublord briefly and give him a rundown of what he's going to be doing for me tonight.
I'm so happy you're sublord now.
See, I don't do that. I grab my dices, and whatever they give me, they give me. So there's really not much to do except for keep riding until we get to our location.
Distracted by the crate.
Yeah, but now you have a sublord, so you can be distracted in both directions.
Ice cream.
That one with the dice and the paper and the boards, and maybe even cards.
What day of the week is tomorrow?
Sunday.
Sunday.
It's precious!
It is one of the D&D games.
Look, I got Infinity.
I think it's the one where we started at level -2.
Is that age or
I'll help you a little bit. If you get stuck, just look at me desperately, and I will take it from there.
The puppy dog eyes.
What?
Oh boy.
I'll be quiet.
So
God.
I need everyone in the party. You are now back on the road. Yes, you guys had left
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
the nests of the orange monkeys behind.
Sort of.
There was one that was possibly following us though.
Yes. And I need you guys to roll me. Who remembers it? Yes, Eric.
I have Erebus in the air.
Okay. I need everyone to roll me a perception check, please. Except for you. Because you're going to fail.
Yep.
No, I'm reading this Mirren book.
The very short spellbook of Mirren.
Mm-hmm.
You yell at things a lot.
Yeah, that was a 7. So,
Awesome.
I'm practicing my dragon shouts.
There you go. Parisa.
24.
Rogith.
22.
Dang. Eric.
16 and 19.
Gotcha. All of you except for the one who's distracted with the spellbook of Mirren.
Mm-hmm.
Roar!
It's a very good book.
It's not working.
iPad users. You hear, well, you see tufts of orange fur and the arms of one of these things laying in the middle of the road. And off to the side of the road under the tree, you see what looks like a boulder, but it's moving, like it's shaking. And you realize this isn't a boulder. This is some giant thing, and its shoulders are shaking, and it is sobbing. And all you hear is, I'm hungry, and it's dead. And taking this corpse and slamming it up and down like a toddler throwing a tantrum. Eric, I need you to roll me an intelligence.
That would be a 19.
You recognize the voice. It's Trogdor.
I'm familiar with that Stoneforge. I've used the traditional HTTP connection link. I've used that link. I've used 3 different links for the store. You have to tell it to open in browser. It will not open through Twitch. I'm currently talking to both Redbubble and Twitch to see if there's a way to make it so that it works.
Hey, I don't know which game it is at the shop tomorrow.
Precious.
Oh
the
yeah,
Precious
that
one.
14. Oops. It wasn't a 24, it was a 20.
Okay, you still hear it, and Eric, you recognize Trogdor the Vigilance voice.
I'm just going to keep writing.
Okay, the road's gonna go right past him.
I'm just going to keep writing.
Okay,
I'm going to have an itchy trigger finger.
Okay. How are the rest of you reacting, and does anyone say anything?
Real quick. Miss Fatal Pillow, you have to browse through the categories. Those 4 are just the demos that it defaulted to. You actually have to browse through the categories to see what all's there.
Copy. Rogath.
So we're seeing a moving boulder.
You see what you think is a boulder at first, and then you realize it's the back of a large creature, and its shoulders are shaking, and it's crying.
I should also note that you two also watch as I go, and just keep riding.
Something we should know.
He's harmless.
Oh, all right.
I
Potentially.
I re-kidnapped the kids that he kidnapped with his clan, group, tribe, whatever. Only he decided to sleep through all of it, and doesn't seem to be all that bright.
He's harmless. One of them's laying right there on the road.
It's not one of us. I don't care.
Parisa, anything you have a reaction to this at all?
Well, he's an ogre, right?
Yes, but you and Rogath and oh my gosh, the cute one that doesn't know how gnolls are born. Your name, remind me. Morwen, thank you. I had it, then I lost it. It's all ogre for him. You guys are not super ogres again. They are things of nightmares. They shouldn't. No, sorry, not ogres. Just kidding. I mean, they're supposed to be in the swamp of Essus. They're
Ogres live in the swamp.
Yes, they do. I didn't think about that when I made the world. Okay.
And this one
Like
is very
the swamp is
interesting.
way over
He's
here.
like an onion.
Like
He's got
talking,
layers.
like he's
I
a
thought
thousand
you
miles
said
out
I
of his
thought you meant I
territory.
stunk so bad you guys are crying.
No.
You got layers. Like cake. Everybody loves cake.
Parfait.
No, like he's
He
a
said
1,000
parfait.
miles out of
He
the
said
area
parfait.
he should be,
In the second
and
one. In the first one.
ogres are
parfait.
supposed to be like evil, and he's not reacting at all. And this ogre
I have
is
to watch
crying and basically throwing a hissy fit, which is now looking like orangutan pate. You're hungry, and I'm gonna let you take it.
That suction eel creature.
It's dead. It tastes bad. No.
Toddler Trogdor.
If you're saying he's harmless, then I will.
Well, I mean, harmless in the sense that he doesn't seem to be much of a threat at the moment. Which, if we just keep moving, he probably won't pose us a threat.
Probably won't
Alright,
notice.
is anyone going to address Trogdor as you are almost, like, his tree that he's under is like 20 feet to the side of the road.
Okay, so just to clarify, ogres and orcs and trolls is what I would believe is the real cause of, because we had talked about towards the beginning that humans were starting to blame Loxlies for disappearance of children
Yes.
near the borders of their lands.
And then when Eric came in, one of the first things you learned about him was he rescued kids that they had kidnapped. So for you, you're like, these bastards.
Yeah, I'm not going to be outrightly aggressive, but I'm not going to look to make friends with him.
Okay. Trogdor, as they ride past, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Boy.
Because we did your perception earlier.
Oh
Saw that.
no!
Alright.
Pretty lady!
That's a -1.
As you guys ride past, Trogdor's going to be that guy. She's beautiful.
So we technically rolled a total of a 0?
-1.
-1.
Good timing, Speedy. Welcome to Dragon's Head Dining Room.
Oh my gosh, I happens, and as you're riding past, Trogdor looks up, sees you, and you see this look that you've seen a few times before as this utter enthrallment comes over Trogdor.
Oh
no. And he's now weeping, not because his toy is dead or that he's hungry, but because you are the most beautiful thing he's convinced he's ever seen.
Oh god.
Morwen, you are definitely aware of his presence at this point.
Oh.
Well, hey there, little fella. I've never examined an ogre.
Pretty!
I agree.
Goddess?
Oh god, yes!
Most likely.
I can't take this. Oh gosh. I should have played a bard.
I've come to a halt and now I'm watching this
if you know what I
unfold.
mean.
Erebus is landed on your shoulder
Goddess!
and has one wing over her beak like she's face palming.
At this rate, I think Grace is gonna make godhood before
Oh, and you know, if you really want to work on a path to godhood, I'll line it out for you, but you have
So
a
was
follower.
that Pariah or Parisa? I keep forgetting your name.
Oh, jeez. So, Parisa, how are you responding to this ogre who is now toddling towards you, arms outstretched, asking if you are a goddess?
Oh god. Okay.
Tears streaming down his face. Oh my god!
That's from this gun. I'm not quite sure how to react.
Rogan, the cognitive dissonance is so real for you right now.
It's like, I should have the hammer in hand, but he's crying and he's... What?
And Lufer is just absolutely befuddled, and he kind of walks in between you and Trogdor, and he's got that kind of halfway going on where... Right, like, he doesn't look pleased, but it's that, am I aggressive or friendly? And his tail's kind of doing that halfway, and he's got his head cocked, and... do you say anything to Lufer? Trogdor, you look down, and there's this little fuzzy thing kind of...
Lufer, come here. Lufer, come here.
Lufer, go there.
Does it look like it's in any way connected to the goddess?
It looks like it's trying to guard the goddess.
Goddess companion!
Oh god!
Lufer books it over to where Eric is. And Lufer is now sitting in the saddle in front of you.
How big is Luther?
Lufer is like, describe Lufer.
Congratulations, you're on the spot.
Right?
As long as I'm not trying to one-hand pick up a Newfie, we're okay.
You said he was kind of like somewhere between like a Springer and a German hunting dog-ish as far as hair.
So is he about the size of a lab, then, or a bit bigger?
Yeah, I would say he looks, well, to make things simple, he looks like Rusty.
Okay. But with a little shaggier hair, right? Because he has golden kind of...
A cross between a golden retriever and a yellow lab.
Okay.
Food! Jump.
Yeah. So he's pretty dexterous. And yes, so it does react when you say goddess companion, and it scoots out of the way, and you're like, oh, this must be a sign. It's letting you approach.
Get off my knees.
Such a subword.
I guess I'm going to
Oh, jeez.
offer...
If you ever try to get me to call you that, no.
Because I heard him, like, crying because he was hungry, right?
Yeah, oh, you guys all heard that,
Only one of
except for one of you, and he was complaining because he was trying to eat this orange thing that attacked him, and he was hungry, but it tasted bad, and yeah.
I'm going to give him one of my rations.
The goddess has given you a gift. The goddess has given Dobby a ration!
It's so good!
You realize that if you feed it, it's going to follow you.
You're right, Gravity. Trogdor is large and he is a giant sack of hit points. He smells a little bit. Now that he's nice up close, there's definitely some,
Onion smell.
It's more than onions.
I am going
Beef
to.
stew.
Wait.
Right.
Hold on.
No, that's the beauty of it, though. In character, I don't have to do much other than say, God.
Hold on. I am going to take. Let's see.
This is happening. I mean, it couldn't really have happened too many other ways unless the party attacked you. But...
Question: what does Tansy do?
Tansy?
Yeah.
Did I not write
No.
that one down?
No.
Let me pull up my sheet. I don't want to confuse it with stomach
Let me know if we
problems.
get too annoying, guys.
Okay.
It can also be used to treat certain worms.
Certain burns.
Worms.
Worms.
Like if there's ringworm or heartworm, or any stomach and intestinal ulcers. It can also, the tea for it can also be used for like assisting with lady problems.
Gotcha. I'm going to take out my sprig of lavender.
Okay.
And I'm going to, if you'll let me, use
If the goddess wills, it shall happen.
use my druid craft to
So well spoken for a 5
make it bloom
Yeah,
more. I mean, if that's
You use your druid craft and you pull. I'm gonna really cool this a little bit just because I want to, and it's too cool not to. And you feel a surge of this natural energy as you feel a little bit more empowered.
She's gonna be
Because
beat
where a
red
moment
this entire
ago
session.
you were so angry towards this monstrosity, this defiler of nature, and now you feel bad for this poor confused soul, and the lavender blooms, and he has his own little swirl of lavender petals falling around him for the next minute.
I'm going to give him the sprig of lavender. No. And I'm just, if he gets close enough, I'm just gonna like gingerly pin it to his shirt. If he's wearing a shirt.
What shirt?
Okay, never mind.
He's got like a
Into his
strip of leather, like a bandolier, that kind of mostly holds up his loincloth.
So he's dressed like
A leather daddy?
He's got a loincloth, but one side of it sagging a little bit, and the other side is like half held up by this bandolier of rotted
I will
leather.
pin it to the bandolier.
Okay.
And
Goddess gift!
oh god.
Parisa, you have a 17 on your next roll because Reppenwolf loves you.
Thank you, Reppenwolf.
No sound.
Oh, that's.
Oh, gotcha.
They're not
Copy.
listening.
Oh, my nose itches. That's you. I must be allergic to Trogdor.
It's the lavender.
It's the lavender. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, and then you guys hear this loud rumble, and you realize it's Trogdor's stomach.
No.
I gave him some ration.
Yep, and I mean, he's a big boy.
All fair.
He's like a 350-pound ogre.
Oh shoot, was there a magic burst?
Yes.
Was there?
Yes.
Yes, that means you
Okay.
have to roll magic burst because
Yep. Where's the magic burst dice?
To your right, next to the TV.
My other right. I see it.
Yes.
My military right. Got it. Oh, I'm just gonna take the roll that came out of there. 9,587.
Always in the 9,000s.
a lot of times it is in the 9,000s or 6,000.
It's over 9,000.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I am going to roll for that.
Yep.
Oh,
And
no.
don't forget,
Nerevis and Lufer. So I'm gonna roll a d8, and then if it's an 8, I'm gonna re-roll it. Oh God!
So I'd be doing
And it doesn't say when that expires, does it?
No, you get to choose that.
You know what? I'm gonna roll a d10 and call it days.
Okay.
I'm scared.
So am I.
For the next 8 days, Trogdor has 10% magic resistance.
There's a 10% chance.
Goddess!
You don't know. The thing is you don't know.
Oh.
Can we just say that it's from the Sprig of Lavender?
Heck yeah!
Awesome.
Because that's kind of where that happened. Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, answer.
Is this supposed to be plus 4 or plus 5?
Plus 4.
Plus 4? Okay.
Yep. Sorry, the line from the thing was in the way.
Sorry, Sonala, it was already used. Oh my
Can I add my
god.
strength mod to that too?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah. Yeah, because the strength mod should be plus. I think I put 4. It should be plus 5 because the strength mod is 5.
I'll take the 4 plus 5.
Ruh-roh.
No.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Trogdor's next roll is being done. And it's a 15.
Oh,
Wow.
So your next roll is a 15. Plus whatever mods.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is kind of amazing. I am in love. So Trogdor, you're finally able to compose yourself a little bit. And so you're standing there in front of your goddess. What are you guys gonna do now?
Hey, we adopted this.
Rugith is completely dumbfounded at this point in time. Just going.
Have you looked at her? Do you blame him?
So what are you going to do with your newfound friend?
We take on with us, or do we?
I guess so, why not?
Serve, goddess! Serve!
I don't think he's going away.
You guys might be a little curious as to why the heck he is out here 1,000 miles away from, 600 miles away from a swamp.
Trogdor the Sublord.
Trogdor the Sublord!
I mean, she is pretty.
Shall we keep moving? It's your responsibility, not mine.
How long has it been since, how far into the day is it? Like, would it make sense for us to, stop for food?
You know, lunch wouldn't be a bad idea. I gotta stop and think, because it was... I thought you guys made camp before the orangutan fight.
We'll have to hunt for twice the normal amount.
I want to say that between the fighting and you guys were on the road for a couple of... Oh, we'll say it's 4 in the afternoon.
No, we rested after the...
Yeah, but was it a short or long rest?
It was a long rest. It was nighttime.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Then it would be morning. You guys were only a couple hours into travel, so we'll say it's 10:30. Second breakfast time.
What type of terrain are we in?
You guys have the freshwater sea to the south. You're right here. And it's scattered forest, copses of trees, some rolling hills, and then about 40 to 50 miles to the north, you have the mountains.
I'm going to have Nerevis scout in the general area no more than a mile out for something large enough for us to eat and him.
Okay. She flies off. Roll me
Goddess.
I don't know if Cuttlebird can carry that much food.
Prepare to be
a
red the entire night.
hiccup survival.
5.
So
5?
Same way her first night.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, this ain't stopping.
Oh, God.
Oh, she's flying. Roll at advantage. She's got bird eyes.
7.
Really? Ouch.
Oof.
I say, otherwise I have a spell I could use.
It takes her a while.
Without spells.
She's flying around, and you don't see her come back in the near future. In a little bit, I'll have you make another one. She's kind of doing this circle out further and further each time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Krabby and Vista are the only ones to loot the horde.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I don't even know how to do any of that, so.
Explanation,
You just do the
loot,
same
horde,
command that they
and
did.
then the amount.
Oh, cool.
It's simple.
Alright, so you guys are gonna keep riding
Not
until she
simple enough.
finds something, I'm assuming?
They were just talking about settling down, weren't you?
Don't roll
Well,
So
for
you guys
it.
wanna stop
me
and
to go for a little
run?
Let's go for a
Oh,
little while.
fireball!
I'm happy.
Fireball is a thing. Alright.
I'm going to make sure to ride like 50 feet away from the rest of the party.
And DM advantage.
Oh, yeah. That's a 1. And that's a 1. It was 1 away from 20. I get so excited when it happens. Because it's fun.
You know, as much as I'm Trogdor's going to be singing praises to the goddess. Goddess.
I'm assuming that's why the.
And Trogdor is... You've never seen an ogre frolic? But it's kind of like... Yeah. I mean, there's... Burning Things is Fun, Loxy 2020. Yes! I knew it.
Wait, is that your campaign slogan?
It might win all things considered. Can we just be clear?
Burn it down, start over.
Yes, actually, that's an option. Alright, so Eric, you just want to keep moving?
That's the general consensus.
Alright,
Now, mind you, I am taking my traditional lead.
Okay,
Of
and
about
then...
40 to
Do we
60
have
feet
to
ahead.
move it over?
Okay,
speed?
so Eric's a little bit ahead. Parisa, are you taking up the rear then? As
Um,
Trogdor is vigilantly following you?
Sure.
Okay, Rogoth and Morwyn, where are you guys? In the middle, like, who wants
On
to
a horse.
I'll be
Who wants-
by her in case of,
In
big
case.
boulder becomes feral.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna put Trogdor in the rear, following the goddess, and then Morwyn will have you behind Eric. Sound good? And yes.
And then what's your speed, Trogdor?
30.
Really? Okay.
Hold on. That might not be correct. I erased a partial character sheet,
Gotcha.
but I think that might actually be right.
that just seems slow to me for a large character.
It does. I would agree.
Especially if I'm skipping.
Yeah, there is that. Please hold for Trogdor.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be difficult.
No,
I'm just
you're-
curious.
Tone does a lot, and I'll put up with a lot. Most of the time, sometimes. I lied. Depending on my mood, I won't put up with anything.
This
Um,
is true.
40.
40?
The speed should in fact be 40. Bleh.
And the horses have 50? Right? I think. That sounds right?
Yeah.
So are we slowing down or are we making him hustle?
No, I'm actually gonna cast Longstrider on him. So he just gets an additional 10 feet per round.
So you're keeping pace with the horses, and you're like, you feel light on your feet, you're moving faster. You've
The
never
guy's
had it so
sweating.
good. I mean, the clan kicking you out was like one of the best things that ever happened. And as Trogdor's following along behind you, you're getting his life story that you weren't really looking for. You know, the whole, I was raised in my tribe and my mother was a medicine woman and then she died and then they put me on guard duty and I didn't want to watch the kids and then I licked the tree and it wasn't good and they told me it would be good and then I fell asleep and the kids were gone and they kicked me out and I've been hungry and then this orange thing attacked me and my life is horrible and then I met you, kind of thing.
Oh boy. So you mean my job every day?
Yes.
He sounds quite a bit like Reaper.
So you picked up another pet.
For the dog.
I'm gonna laugh if Parisa ends up with her own little private horde following her around the countryside, made of all these misfits.
Trogdor Chaplain.
Trogdor, priest of Parisa.
Bruce Priest, you can't even say it.
No. He doesn't need to know
Oh
the name.
my
All he needs to
gosh.
know is Goddess Priest.
Alright, I need everyone to roll me a d12, please.
Oh boy.
You not.
Alright, did anybody get a 6 or a 7? Gotcha.
That sounds bad.
I got a 10.
1.
Alright,
We're doing
I
fine.
volunteer to roll me a d8.
Me? Okay.
Goddess.
3.
A 3. Ooh.
Thank you.
Please, another low shot might count.
3 licks to the center of the
Why did I close the page?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought I had my life together and then I closed the book to the page.
Just your hat.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh, yes.
So what did you roll, Parisa?
3.
3?
Because it's 3 licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Alright. Eric. Erebus comes diving back towards you and she looks fairly serious. And as she kind of dives down, she kind of circles around you a few times and then flies to the north, southwest, east, north. I'm not Catholic. I'm just trying to figure out which direction I'm going.
Bless you, my children.
Oh, no. You guys are doing it wrong. Goddess.
To the northeast and then back to you a little bit. And she... Dia needs some love. And you hear what sounds like something large or some things large crashing through the bushes and underbrush.
And I'm in the lead again.
You are in the lead again, and it's northeast of you. You guys see... Are you halting your horse as well? Nope. You guys see Eric draw his bow and knock an arrow. Lufer begins to growl in the saddle in front of you. He has not left. He decided to kind of lay down with his paws on either side and his head resting atop the horse's head. And the horse just looks resigned to it at this point.
Welcome, Ken's Cakes.
Hey, welcome!
I'm just gonna watch to where the noise is. And
Okay. Just for sake of my sanity, I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative now.
Nice.
Just so that way... Do I want to know what just happened with you?
we'll get there in a moment. I want to know how you deal with it.
Where's my markers?
Did you roll that d12?
I put them where you put all the other markers.
Actually, I am. I'll roll the D12.
Oh. Did you just roll the...
D12 for initiative? Yeah, I mean.
Why not? I don't want to go first. I'm rolling a d12.
Your intelligence is 5. You can roll a d12 if you want.
Oh, you two have numbers already rolled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What was
I
that?
have a
You
good
have
one.
a
It's like a
15 and
17.
you have a
14.
14 and you have a 15.
No, it was higher. No, wait. Yeah, no, it was higher.
It was a 15, but
17.
with my mod,
I
it's a
had 17.
14.
From Rabbit. I had a 15
You had-
from Krabby.
You had 3 in total, didn't you?
No, I only had 2. She had 1, I had 2,
That's what the other one was.
and he had 1.
Yep.
I'm kind of tempted just to roll the D12 for all my initiative checks from now on.
You know, if you're using Trogdor's intelligence, that is something that would happen.
Unless the goddess specifically tells me to do something, in that case it's like, whoa, smash.
I gotta realize Trogdor is especially not smart for an ogre.
Special boy.
He's very much a special boy. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count. Eric.
I'm not sure how you want to do this, but I get to roll with advantage.
Yep.
I rolled 2 20s.
Did you really?
Yes. 2 nat 20s I witnessed.
You are first on the initiative list for the next 3 turns.
Okay.
For those of you watching or who are new,
Which is a total of 27.
holy shit. You're going first for the next 3 rounds. Just to switch things up a little bit and try something out, I'm having them roll initiative every round. There's pros and cons to it. We're aware of it. We're rolling with it to see what happens. And so far, it's been kind of amazing.
Nerevis, on the other hand, got a 6.
You used your luck on those other
And
two.
did you roll for Lufer Parisa, or have we been having him go on your turn?
I can roll for him, but I don't have any stats for him.
Did I not give you an animal companion sheet for Lufer? I gave it to him for Erebus. Doggone it! I literally, no pun intended. Okay, I'm going to rectify this. So for now, let's just have Lufer go on your turn and I'll assist.
Okay.
Oh gosh, Krabby, I don't. Trogdor. Your initiative, dear one.
God.
Initiative.
14.
That's actually really good for Trogdor.
But that's because I believe it was ripping and rode me 15.
That's right. Morwen.
4.
Oh, sweetie. Parisa.
23.
He got 2
Dang.
nat 20s and I got a nat 1.
Rogan.
8.
I'm just going to be running
8,
this.
and Erebus got 6. Alright, so I'm just going to hold on to that for when this happens. We are, Rep got Vistra, and Krabby got Tumbler.
Thank you, Krabby. Sorry.
The crashing is getting louder, Eric, and you hear, all of you hear with your passives, these booming voices going, Trogdor, Trogdor, come out.
From the fields.
You recognize the 3 meanest bullies from your tribe. You recognize their voices. They picked on you the most. They were the ones that gave you guard duty and then kicked you out of the clan after roughing you up a little bit.
As soon as I hear the voices, I'm just going to burst into tears. I'm going to hide behind the goddess.
And I'm not sure how well that works, seeing as you're as big as a freaking horse.
It's like watching a golden retriever try and hide behind a cat. Rogith, Morwen, Parisa, any response to this?
I am going to summon Shiryu.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
And I'm just going to sit and cry.
Out of the trees in front of Eric, stumbling towards the road. So these are 20 feet in front of Eric to the northeast. If you guys want to use the map, it might be advantageous. Or wait, no, more than 20 feet. Sorry. Hold on. Please hold. Please hold. Just give me a second. I can feel your judgment, sir.
I'm not judging. I was just like, wow, they got real close real quick.
That's what you get for putting Trogdor on guard duty.
They are 60 feet to the northeast coming out of a particularly thick copse of trees. Night, Miss Roll.
Have a good night.
Can I get the
you
box?
Yes.
It's right here.
Oh,
We got it.
okay. Otherwise, I have one back here.
Somebody was a little preoccupied.
The road, 5 foot squares. The road is 15 feet wide, and you can just run it. Well, it'll be north to south on the map in front of you just for length, but it's really east to west. Because you guys are heading east. So east is the China Hutch, if that makes sense.
Okay, which makes north that window.
Yes. So north is Parisa and Rogith, and south is Morwen and Trogdor.
How far ahead of us were you?
I would be between 20 and 30 feet ahead of you.
There's the 3
Brokers?
ogres, and they are 60 feet to the northeast from you, Eric.
Somewhere by your... No.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Northeast.
What?
Oh gosh.
for Trogdor.
Yeah, we need a Trogdor. Do we have a bigger mini for Trogdor?
Yes.
This one. Oh no! I had him stand. Ha!
Yeah, that Etten is drunk. You would be.
Please hold. Trogdor is loading.
I think it's going to be loading most of the round.
Oh.
No.
Processing. Threat to goddess detected. Smash.
You know what? We'll just use him for the time being.
There we go.
Here. Just use one of these guys for the time being.
I got something.
You got something?
Yeah, we'll just use him for the time
Okay.
being.
Yep, with the axes.
And just remember that he is large.
Oh, I have his Duriel mini.
Duriel?
Let's do.
Is do a large space?
No.
Oh, okay.
He big though.
As they
Oh, there we go.
Big but not large.
they burst out of the tree line.
You would be hiding there.
Let's see if I can see that. Yeah, that's about right. The tree line, we're just going to say, is right behind them. They come kind of stumbling out. They're kind of clunky. Their dex isn't their strong point.
Which one of them seems to be the best dressed and equipped?
Whichever one's in the middle.
Perfect.
The elemental.
Color number rock elemental.
Color number rock.
elemental? Okay. Well, he's going to...
Let's nickname them quick. Rock.
Two-head.
Etten and
Ponytail.
yeah, and top knot.
And
Top
Top
Rock, Etten, and Top Knot. Got it. I love you guys so much right now. All we need now is a Phillip.
No comment.
No, I was just texting Reppin that Priest is starting to gather her own following. He's like, so it's a race now?
They all have great clubs and javelins.
Kind of wish I was a druid right now. You remember how I play with Thornwhip, right? As long as there's vegetation, you can cast Thornwhip within that range, and it does its thing. Cast Thornwhip from the Great Club.
I wonder if your DM would allow that.
I would, because that's fun.
Anyone who has an intelligence of 12 or higher, you realize these things can reach a considerable distance out just from how big their clubs are.
For no particular reason, what exactly is the reach?
Reach is 10
It's
feet.
a 10-foot reach.
10 feet.
For no particular reason.
And that
Asking for a friend?
Yeah.
that does apply to Trogdor as well.
Yeah.
And as they burst out, the one in the middle is Rock,
Driving my horse again.
right?
Yes.
He seems to be slightly better
You
dressed than the
conquered
others, and he looks.
No.
I missed something, and I think I'm glad I missed it.
Probably.
Yup, I'm glad I missed it.
That'd be sweet.
Looks over and goes, I found Trogdor, and he brought us dinner.
At this, Traveler's going to. Don't touch goddess!
They stop moving
Oh, good. That makes this easier.
and look at you confused, and they do one of these numbers. Huh? Oh.
Oh
Do they have to do wisdom?
They do.
So fierce.
Or wait, no, I used the 17 for the initiative.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No DM advantage.
No
So
DM
it's all
advantage.
straight rolls.
Yep. So that's that.
You're going to have your own ogre clan.
Was the DC 15, right?
I think so.
You should
Okay.
have that written on your character sheet.
I
You
I
cast your
changed
DC for her?
No.
Oh.
I did. I went back and like, oh crap! What time is it?
7:04.
Caden's back at the church
When?
now. They just pulled up. I'm sorry, it was 7.
You should have told me these things.
I'm sorry, I forgot about my child.
You're too distracted by Trogdor.
My brain saw the clock as 6 instead of 7, and I looked like just 10 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, we got an hour.
Well, it looks like I have to go take care of this because you don't care about your.
Why don't, since I know it's early, why don't we just take an early break?
Well, I'm making a sharpshooter attack
Okay, go.
at a nat 20.
Go. Oh my gosh. I was always so proud of myself because I never left my kid at the store. I never forgot the kids at church. Except for now.
At least it's at church.
I set myself an alarm and everything, and it didn't go. Why didn't my alarm go? Okay, sorry. We're continuing on now.
Text Rochelle, let her know I'm on the way.
Yep, I did. I just did.
28, 16 plus 4 is 20, plus 10 is 30.
Okay, go. Go, go, go.
I'm going!
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eros. Willkommen.
Oh, God.
So, initial attack is 30 points of damage. But,
I can't tell you.
okay, I know what happened.
Oh no.
You got followers.
Oh no.
Hey, Lenny,
Yeah.
better you than me.
Can I have a hug?
Nope. Little green vegetables.
Gotcha. Yep. Nope, I hear it. Yep.
Okay.
Are we going to be okay?
Probably not.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Do we need a fan?
Sorry for that.
That was, Should I crack open the window so you can get some fresh air?
Is this the Brussels sprouts fault?
So Eric crit on the thing. Oh, which one's he aiming at? I think A is Scarecrow. Thank you for the amazing roll.
He was aiming at the elemental one.
The rock went perfect.
Yeah.
He did 30 points of damage.
What did they roll on their saves?
On their save. Oh, they did make the saves.
They did.
They did.
Wow,
by
that's
one.
surprising.
They saved versus pretty.
You must have rolled well.
And I think
I rolled from as a group.
I think she said that was the base damage.
Okay,
So
perfect.
he didn't get actually a chance to actually roll his damage.
Perfect.
No, he said for. I don't know. Never mind. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I will. Actually, if you want to hand me his character sheet, I'll figure it out. Because Parisa is up next with Trogdor on deck. Parisa, they are looking at you like they're hungry.
Oh, gross. No, thank you.
They like to eat wood.
They just eat bodies and food.
I wouldn't suggest getting captured by them.
Yeah,
Is that your professional opinion?
Yeah.
As an ogre. They won't
Okay,
eat.
I'm rolling extra damage for him. Okay, I got that covered.
You got that covered?
Yep.
They aren't going to treat you like the goddess you
Oh,
are.
jeez. I just rolled max damage.
Good God. So
The leader one takes an arrow from Eric straight to the neck. And you watch blood spurt, and he grabs the arrow and just pulls it out.
Yes, Sarkos, we did.
Yes, dear Carlos, I did, thank you.
We did remember that. DM Thaco was very kind to remind.
I feel so smart right now. I don't know why my brain said it was 6 instead of 7. I feel so smart. Okay. Parisa, you are up and Trogdor is on deck, which will be followed by Rogus.
Okay.
My tape measure.
Oh.
No worries. I hope you enjoyed your nap. I'm totally in for a nap eventually.
Ooh, a nap.
Right?
Oh, I had to nap today. That was so nice.
It works.
So I am shooting
5 hour nap.
color number rock.
I wish you would.
Okay.
I wish you didn't have to work.
And
That'd be nice.
why did I do that? That was dumb. That is a blank to hit.
It's
13.
a blank to hit?
13 to hit.
13 to hit.
Yeah, I don't think that hits. Probably not. But I'll let the DM tell me because she is wise and beautiful.
Ooh, flattery might get you everywhere, but not with me. That
Goddess!
was a 13. Ooh. Okay, just. I'm sorry, what did you roll?
13.
That's a new one for me. Could get used to that.
Don't count on it.
13, Ty goes to defender.
Yeah.
Okay.
90 feet.
I love that that's.
I love that. That's awesome.
And the fireball plate.
Uh-huh.
All the wonderful things.
I like my templates.
Alright, yeah, it just. He happens to be looking and just moves his head to the side. It's close enough that the fletching scratches his cheek.
Gotcha.
And he.
So he takes 0.15 damage.
No. How dare you make me bleed my own blood? You're welcome.
That's the point.
Anything else out of you, Parisa?
Yeah, I am going to cast a bonus action spell.
And you have songs stuck in your head. Combat music.
Oh, that was dumb. I should have done that. Oh well, that's okay.
Trogdor the Vigilant, as we have so lovingly called him, is an ogre that failed his wisdom save upon meeting Parisa, who is a Loxley, and now he thinks she's a goddess.
Goddess!
One of the villains is now a follower of one of the party. Trogdor is like an onion. He has layers.
I'm going to cast, wait. I might not
How
cast
pretty are
anything
you?
yet. No, I cast,
Yeah.
15.
Hail of Thorns.
Handmaiden!
Hail of Thorns.
I think he's prettier than me.
Charisma does not equal physical
Personality.
attraction.
14.
Because technically Parisa's charisma is only a
It's
12.
about equally.
The goddess and her handmaidens.
I am not a handmaiden.
Look, Sir Rogan, an evildoer!
I'm loving this. I'm loving this.
You know, poor Thaco, glad that he's got a few minutes because I think he gets tired of putting up with my shenanigans. But I don't care because we have more laughing in my games than I think any other ones, and I'm good with that.
What's that they brought me in?
That's for the eye candy.
Countryside.
Terminating the
Error 404. You're not loading.
It was
Yeah,
just my
Hail of
first.
Thorns.
No.
Yes.
So that'll trigger on your next attack.
Oh.
Yes.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you.
God, you're young.
Rogith, you are up.
Actually, no.
Or no, sorry, Trogdor.
What was that?
I'm sorry, I skipped Trogdor.
Yeah.
Trogdor, you are up.
Okay.
You realize
It's better than milk.
They are
Yeah.
trying to harm the goddess.
yeah, they are looking aggressive towards your goddess and her handmaidens ? Handmaidens ?
Defend goddess! Now I'm gonna charge him.
Oh
So you're like double moving towards them?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
So-
go
Just
ahead.
with my thunder.
How long does Longstrider last,
no. Yeah,
Parisa?
an hour.
You know what? Yeah, so you move 120 feet towards them.
Wait, no, Strider's still active? That'd be 100.
100. Because it's plus 10.
Oh yeah, so it gives them 50 instead of 40, so 100. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's all the way.
You could have gotten them. You could have gotten one over on the DM. Perfect. So you get all the way up in, and do you stop
They're
running? Or
only
do you
like 100 feet
No,
away.
no.
So they're exactly 100.
About.
Okay. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
checking
from him.
to see if you would run into them or not.
Oh, yeah, I'm not. I'm going. And just go right through.
Yeah, they're pretty much exactly 100.
You know what? Go ahead. Oh gosh.
Goddess smash!
You run up and you're right in front of them. Roll me an intimidation at advantage. Skip scarecrows, they haven't thought that far ahead.
11? I don't have anything
But my
else.
inner Jedi
But
is now active.
let's
What are
see
you-
here.
What was that?
Intimidation. Looks like you have.
Proficiency in intimidation.
Okay, so that'd be plus 8, so 19.
Or no, because you can use either charisma
It's strength,
or
that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 plus 3 is 8 plus
Oh,
11,
yeah.
19.
Sorry.
And they... You guys tied. So they're, like, they look like they're a little shaken and unsure because here's this little wimp that they've picked on.
No worries.
And now all of a sudden they see Trogdor charging at them faster than he should, surrounded by lavender blossoms that have somehow were like streaming out behind you, coming off your little leather lapel.
And he's screaming the goddess's name the entire way.
It's like, God!
He doesn't know her name, so he's just screaming goddess. That's her name.
That's her name.
As you call out goddess, from the saddle of Eric's house, Lufer's like, oh! The stars are aligning for this altercation, which is good because you guys are gonna need it. Rogith, you are up, and Erebus is on deck.
Well, there's not much I can do at this point in time, except for
Trying to get a better look at the battle map here.
throw my.
Okay, so yeah, Trogdor's all the way up there.
It's 30 to 120 feet. But I have my axe. I have my axe out.
Mine is with 2 pluses.
I'm going to.
Trogdor.
He's very strong.
5.
Well, you see, Krabby, it all started when Aslan and Gandalf met together to get the legendary lightsaber off of the Enterprise. I'm getting looks.
One of these days.
Is that when you go, Luke, I am your father?
Look, you shall not pass!
Chewbacca is the chosen one that had to get the ring out of Mordor and away from the gnomes. Okay, I'm good now. Sorry.
Goddess!
Alright,
She doesn't know what to do.
I am going to
I don't.
hold my action.
okay.
For when
And what
they,
is your trigger?
when they get close enough to
Indy!
attack either myself or
The goddess?
well, yeah, the rest of the party.
She's way
Okay.
back there.
So
as
basically
they get in
when-
range of
Gotcha.
my melee.
Perfect.
So I'm going to swing and just charge right through.
Alright, that's
Or attempt to if I
Rogith.
stay up.
Erebus is up, and she is going to do a flyby. Oh, nice. And she flies into color number Rock's face and scratches at his face, and because she has flyby, he doesn't get an AO, and he takes that much damage.
They don't like the breath.
Alright. It is Morwyn's turn, followed by the next round of initiative.
Oh, where's my D2? I'm going to need it.
I love it.
So I was riding along, reading Mirren's book, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's still in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Are you gonna cast the mirroring spell?
Ah! Did it work? Did it work?
Roll intimidate at advantage.
You need to take like one level of barbarian
So you can
just so you can
Well,
cast rage.
it's-
18.
We'll see. Oh my god. We'll see what happens. How many times she does this?
So, do you cast that on yourself then?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Oh
It's a-
god.
Cast it on the troll! Cast it on Trogdor!
Did you see what Krabby just said?
Kind of want to see how praised this Superhero Guard Captain versus Trump. This time I rolled for them separately instead of in a group. The Etten soils himself in fear.
Yes!
The other two look unfazed.
Hey, I found the brown note.
He wore the brown pants.
He looks absolutely terrified and a little bit stunned. Hey, bud, welcome home.
I had to listen to a 1 hour version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I am suffering from insanity.
Get some snacks and go to bed. Love you, bye.
Okay, nothing is worse than It's a Small World ride at Disneyland.
I got it. Trogdor's got us do. Trogdor's got us do.
I want to just rewind this shit now.
I got to listen to White and Nerdy once that whole ride. Otherwise it was Gummy Bear, Crazy Frog. Almost make a baby go to sleep.
When we go to break, I want to hear all about it.
No!
Alright,
He's done with today.
right? Yeah, I'm gonna count that as bonus action, so if you want to do something else, go for it.
Cool. In that
Did I
case,
have beef for dinner?
scorching ray.
Yes, but do you want me to cook it?
Yes, wait, sorry, the last minute is
Goddess bless handmaiden!
We can
Number
market
one.
this free.
No.
Oh man, you should let me do classes.
Oh.
We'll talk.
I'm gonna do all 3 bolts on ponytail. Top knot. Oh
Gotcha.
wow. Why do my dice not like me? So it's a 8, a 13, and an 18.
The 18 hits.
7 points of fire damage.
Is that
Nice.
with your spell attack bonus?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she rolled terrible.
I rolled a 2 and a 7.
Oh,
I'm
honey.
sorry, how much damage
Okay,
total?
this one's
7.
7? Okay.
Oh, yes.
there we go.
Yeah. Trogdor needs all the help he can get.
Cthulhu's mad at me for some reason. I don't know.
Because Joe messed it up.
Yeah, he did. He used it and I
We
won't
can't
roll
wait
it.
Thaco. I'm contractually obligated. No, I'm kidding. I love Thaco.
I love the idea, Krabby Patty. Thank you.
But he
Ooh.
soiled Cthulhu.
Cthulhu probably liked it. It is Cthulhu.
Soiled him in the wrong way.
Yes, but Krabby Patty
Alrighty,
I don't
that
think the
leads
stats
us to...
match up.
No.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I couldn't do anything.
I forgot to let the ogres go on initiative. They should have gone after Parisa.
They were too intimidated.
You know what? They were. We're just gonna give that because the GM
Well-
was distracted.
Yeah, I mean, they're used to me being just.
Yeah. No, they were. It pushed them down in the initiative order because they were that afraid. So all 3 of them are going to gang up on Trogdor the Vigilant because
Goddess protect.
Goddess hurt you because only one of them hit you. Holy crap! Yeah. All 3 of them swing at you, and as you yell "Goddess protect," between the one being scared from her Mirren spell, the other one being intimidated by you, the leader's the only one that actually gets the attack off on you.
I think that could work.
And you're fully convinced that this is the goddess's divine protection for you.
I'm going to yell the praise to the goddess. It's mostly just goddess.
But he does well and almost does max damage.
Oof.
19. Oh, sorry, hon. Hold on. I have your sheet, and it's Eric's sheet too. Erebus did really well. She
Check
did a
on
flyby
Captain.
and scratched eyes.
I know. I was listening.
Did you hear me tell you everyone how much I love you?
Yes. And I love you too.
Thank you. We waited for that.
Oh, wow. Bit of an afterthought.
Yeah. Next round of initiative, and
go
Eric is
first.
going first. You only have I mean, you can roll if you want, but
If I get another 20, do I go first for a 4th roll?
sure.
No.
Hello, it's a dirty 22. 23.
All right, the ogres did not do as well this time, but that's okay because I forgot them last time. Erebus.
She does much better. That is an 18.
Nice. Rogath.
9.
Likes horses. Marisa.
20.
Nice. Morwen.
13.
Trogdor, sweetie.
5.
He's excited.
And my brain went, but you did so well last. Never mind.
I've told you, I'm just using the D12.
Yep, you had someone roll for you last time.
He's
Yeah.
kind of slow.
I love Trogdor so much. Like, he might be my momentary favorite NPC. That's not a perfect permanent NPC. I don't know. We'll see. Trogdor might have to, like, go on little side missions.
He's here for 2 hours a session.
We'll see how this entails. Eric, you are up. The rock one looks fairly bloody. Top Knot looks injured, and the Etten one has brown pants.
I am going to do something that is a little odd.
Okay, Sarah?
I am going to ride full speed toward Trogdor,
Okay.
and the horse's movement is 50, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so move me 50 diagonally toward Trogdor.
And don't worry about alternating, just go 5, 10, 15, 20.
The Etten.
Yeah.
And then I am 5, 10, 15, sweet. I'm 15 feet away. I want to use the momentum from the horse to launch myself off the horse onto Trogdor's back.
In what, like, how are you wanting to land on Trogdor's back?
I'm using him as a springboard.
So you're using him as shield.
No, as a springboard.
Yeah,
I'm going to launch off of
Yep.
the horse.
Oh, yeah. Boom.
Yeah, they go shield. They put the shield up and they launch off it to
Wonder
yeah.
Woman.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh.
And I haven't seen it yet.
I will lend it to you.
Everybody throw a dice at Joe.
Says the one who's never seen Trogdor.
Fair.
And pulling out my rapier, I want
have
to
seen
use
Trogdor.
all that movement to drive the rapier into the rock.
Okay, roll me in acrobatics.
That's going to be an 18.
Okay. Then roll me.
If you put us off, you're blessed by the goddess.
I know, right?
Chakra is slowly converting everybody.
Roll me another athletics or acrobatics, whichever one's higher.
15.
Okay. Are you proficient?
In.
Whatever you rolled?
Bouncing.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. 15, make it.
Is that not silly bear?
Do roll damage and then add a d6 to it. Or no, d8. I'm sorry. Add a d8.
Mm. 17 points of damage.
A little.
5 hours of sleep. It's better than none.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I was the exact opposite of an Irishman.
This thing is really hurt. You come down and you watch, and as you yell, "Goddess!" you feel feet spring off you, and Trogdor, you look up to see Eric flying through the air and coming down on the leader. Eric, roll me a strength check to hold on to your rapier as you fall, unless you're purposely letting go.
22.
Yeah, you are. This was like masterfully done. He's riding the horse full speed, springs off it, somersaults, vaults off Trogdor, superhero landings into the Etten leader, and then rolls out of it, taking his rapier with him, and put yourself 10 feet behind the Etten leader.
Handmaiden!
Yes! Ninja handmaiden.
Everyone's handmaidens of the
He's
goddess.
got
Gonna do a superhero landing!
Thank you for having me over again.
Our door is open and our little Ditcher family is growing. Does that make me the goddess because I keep collecting people by proxy? My followers are growing.
Loxy by proxy.
Loxy by proxy! Or is it proxy by Loxy? We'll
I
debate
think
later.
we're Loxy family by proxy.
Yay!
Goddess.
She's
All
very
right,
pretty.
Eric, that's quite enough for you.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Next up is
As a bonus action.
Hey
She
Parisa,
can throw
roll me
daggers too.
a dex save for a dex save for Lufer. Give him +3.
Oh right, he's still in front of you on the saddle.
9.
No, didn't he hop off to go charge?
No.
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 He was on the saddle.
Yep, he just howled. He
Swoops
is,
over the head.
as the horse is running, he's not quite able to keep on. He's not injured, but he does the not so graceful dog landing when they're running and their paw tucks under, and they do that derpy dog roll,
Yep.
and then his back up like, that was great, guys.
I want to do it again.
As long as there's not sad puppy noise.
Right?
Yo.
No, there's no sad puppy noise. He's okay, just because I refuse to let the puppy get hurt yet unless I have to. The puppy has plot armor and characters scream. The animals will live, you guys! Most of the time.
Not like Corneries, whose dog got incinerated.
Oh
Oh.
In the second session.
Okay. Parisa, you are up, followed by Erebist.
I am going to shoot at Top Knot,
Okay.
and he and Rock will have to make dex saves.
So
Alright.
Rob,
No,
Top Knot
because he's
makes
more than
it.
5 feet away.
Rock does not.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Perfect. So, Rock does not make it.
Top Knot made it. Rock did not.
Perfect. Let's see here. Hold on.
Right,
My dice
Krabby?
are
I'm
not-
sorry. I can't do anything about that. You'll have to talk to Thaco about our camels.
Hey, you guys are the ones that woke up a dragon.
It was an accident.
This is true. We did not do that on purpose.
I should say the rest of the party also died, but the dog was the one she was sad about.
I
Okay.
can understand that.
So I am pre-having it for Top Knot.
Okay.
Top Knot takes a total of 15 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and Rock takes 8 points of piercing damage. Yeah, that's right.
But Top Knot made the save and Rock didn't.
Yes. And so I factored that.
Copy. Never mind. We're good. Rock is looking really rough, breathing heavily. He's very, very not happy.
Okay.
No, very, very, very not happy.
No, it's not the Death House. It's Cthulhu.
Oh, Krabby! No, it's a 3D printed Cthulhu dice tower.
He's lovely.
And that's it for me.
Okay, what about Lufer?
I'm gonna call Lufer back to my side
Okay, Lufer, rounds back and starts heading towards you.
because I don't want Lufer to become Pate.
Yeah, Trogdor is happy about this because Lufer is going back to protect the goddess.
I'm sorry, guys.
That brings us to Erebist, and the ogres are on deck.
That is an 18 to hit.
Right, and is she going for which one? She did attack Rock the first time.
It's going after Rock again.
Okay.
And that is 7 more points of damage.
Ooh, and she flies, taking a note out of your book,
Mm-hmm.
flies into his face hard and starts just pecking.
Honey.
No.
Come on, it was a really good scene there. It's a scene from Witcher 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, when you start playing the game.
In the opening, there is a raven that goes.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I remember that.
It's close to that. The rock guy has only one eye now that he can see out of, and his face is very bloody.
Yeah, I
Then that leads us to, and she has flyby, so they don't get an AO as she flies away.
That is correct.
Does that give him a disadvantage on attacks now?
I have a good feeling about this fight too.
Yeah, I would say so. But it is the ogre's turn, and Eric's behind him. Rock is wildly flailing. The top knot is going to move behind Trogdor to flank him. And they are just going to continue raining down blows
And
on
I'm continue belling out praises to Goddess.
Trogdor. And the leader, oof, even at disadvantage, he hits you.
Ouch.
For 14 points of damage.
Okay.
The other two gray rolls at advantage.
Top knot rolls at advantage.
Yes. Sorry, I accidentally shut Twitch and I wasn't trying to.
These are large.
He's taking up a
They
table.
do hit you. It is not a crit, however.
Okay.
He should technically be
So
back.
top knot does 7, 8, 9, 10. 14 more points of damage.
Alright.
I didn't mean to kill you, Granny. And the other one does not get advantage.
Okay.
And is just swinging at you. Oh gosh. Sorry, Trogdor. He didn't need advantage.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Ouch.
Well, it's good knowing you.
Trogdor is a sack of hit points, though.
It's good knowing you.
Yeah.
16, 17, 20,
If I don't kill you, I will.
8.
I mean,
34.
Okay.
So, yeah, 34 more
Sneeze on my
damage.
keys.
Trogdor should still be standing.
Oh, he's still standing.
Okay.
Goddess, help!
Like, yeah, and you're starting to get a little bit
Thank you,
afraid now. Like, you felt the strength of your goddess, and now you're starting to have some flashbacks to, like, when you were kicked out of the tribe, and...
Well,
that is
my attack now, right?
the ogres, and that leads us to...
Trogdor.
No, Trogdor had a 5. So it's Morwyn, Rogoth, Trogdor.
Okay.
So Morwyn, you're up. Rogoth, you're on deck.
Alright, I'm gonna urge my horse forward a bit. And I'm gonna jingle my bells at top knot.
She's gonna toll the death.
Uh-huh. So that is a DC 14 wisdom save.
It's a good thing there.
That's a fail.
D12?
That's a hard fail.
Twice, isn't it? Because it's damaged.
No, it's D12 when it's damaged.
It's 2d12's next level.
Gotcha.
Right now it's just 9 necrotic.
Got it.
That
And if the Mirren book is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Ah!
Roll intimidated advantage.
Oh, thank you.
No, it didn't work that time.
Something caught in her throat.
8.
Yeah, you're like, something just, yeah. You
Right,
choked
right.
on air. You know, just for giggles, I'm gonna roll. Just to see if.
Hey, I'm gonna take notes on that. Did he fail?
One of them did.
Rock guy failed and looks petrified! Nobody did.
You scared? She's got the coronavirus.
Oh my gosh.
Given that I work in a hospital, though, that's not
Yeah.
Trogdor doesn't know she did that. Trogdor thought he's scared of him. Goddess!
That would be our lovable Trogdor. Ah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna apologize.
No need to.
So that leads us to Rogan
being
with
special.
Trogdor on deck.
I'm a special boy.
Alright.
I did this to
These are
myself.
the
I'm
moments
quite
that make the
pleased.
game fun.
Bonus action, casting Thunder Smite.
Okay.
It's probably a good thing I'll be missing the first 2 hours of every session.
Can't help when I'm that.
There. And
The bellows of the goddess.
let's see if this works. So that is
Everything they do is because of you.
What's that?
You should have hit.
Okay. So
Is it more
17?
than?
Okay, yes,
Is it more
that
than
hits.
2?
okay, and I'm expending spell slot for divine smite with that.
Thunder, Divine Smite.
Hmm?
Everyone
And
go
which one?
boom. Top knot.
Top knot.
Bright
Oh,
and booming.
jeez. And it should be at advantage.
Yeah. he's-
Because he's flanked.
Oriana's favorite combo.
That's right.
Aw.
What was Oriana's favorite
Just in
combo?
case it was
Who?
the dead one. Sorry, love you.
That's 2 dice 6 plus.
You know what, Krabby? That would be an interesting flavor text to add.
Every time they blush, a little cherry blossom shows up.
No, they pollinate. Like when they blush, the pollen goes.
Okay, so
It befuddles people even more.
Right?
16 smite damage. 5, 6,
I'm
Just use
blessed
the
to breathe goddess's air!
Oh
5, 6, 7.
god! Oh my gosh, Garlic!
He'll be able to string complete sentences together in regards to the goddess, because the goddess has granted him intelligence. Sort of.
This is going to be an interesting.
13.
Garlic!
17 points damage.
Nice on top knot.
Sorry, and 17, 18, 19, 20 points of damage on top knot.
Top knot does not look well. He looks very, very not happy.
And he also needs to make a strength saving throw, else be knocked prone.
On top of
That's 6.
He is not prone. That works.
Trogdor, the enemy that was at your
he's ready
back,
for
now
you.
falls prone.
His heights are clean.
I am not a hun!
I just realized.
shotgun regard.
I'll
not
do
a
it
woman.
please.
It's like Reggie squared.
For
Yeah.
next round, I'm raging because of that.
Soon the entire party will be able to rage thanks to Trogdor.
Alright, Trogdor, you are up. Everyone else prepare for the next round of initiative.
Okay, well,
Prepare for Trogdor's
I'm
turn.
gonna just smash on the rock guy. Now, if I bellow out goddess really well and do a religion check and get it like 18, could I hit the other one too with my goddess smash?
Let's just see what happens. You roll and we'll see what happens.
And if you're rolling for rock,
That's a 14.
You're also at
It-
advantage.
Hit
Oh,
on rock. Oh yeah.
yeah, because you're rolling for rock.
yeah,
Rock and roll.
All night.
that's 18.
That hits. So go ahead and roll your damage.
I just had him. Where'd it go?
What are you looking for?
Oh, the 2d8. Let's see, 8 plus. Let's see, 12, 13.
It's
18.
dead. It falls dead
Oh.
at your feet. And
18
you bellow
damage.
out, Goddess! And it just and falls dead, crumpling in front of you.
I'm gonna look at the other one. Goddess!
Roll intimidate.
17 on the die, so that's gonna be plus 8. 25.
He's looking at the body, looking at you, looking behind him, kind of doing one of these.
I'd like to point out that's the one that did soil himself before.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he looks like
his
the
bowel.
fight is coming out of him.
Repent!
Along with the poo.
Oh, you learned a new word.
From
Goddess!
him.
I'm gonna point back. goddess.
I don't have freezing ray. I only have Toll the Dead and
Goddess!
the Shocker.
Goddess.
Next round of initiative.
Oops, there's my D12.
And Eric, you're going first.
Yes.
Trogdor.
4.
Okay. Morwen.
16.
Carissa.
20 again.
I think it's the same. I was going to go last. But that's
Rogan.
just my name. The
16 as well.
16.
So how do you feel about being
Nerevis.
elevated above the
10.
masses?
But it's a touch spell. I don't want to touch it.
And ogres.
We're close.
Okay, that's interesting.
Let's touch it with Mirren's book.
That might contaminate the book.
Okay, so
Urine.
interesting
You're required
lineup
to
here.
vote.
We
Man, it
have
smells like urine.
Eric, Parisa, ogres.
That's fine.
So Eric, you are up.
I'm gonna flank it.
But you
Flank
might
that
have
one?
repented.
You got
I
flank
don't
cat
care.
and pee-pee pants.
And as it is flanked, I am now going to attack it.
He fell right over.
That would be a whole lot to hit.
Okay.
Where's my math? There's my math. That would be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that is 14 points of damage.
And that is to
The only one standing. Because the other one's prone.
And
Yep.
Is that how big the load is? Is that how big the load is?
Alright, Eric, anything else out of you? Gross.
Ogres lay eggs. I've got to write this down.
So, oh my god. Gnolls are born from the earth, ogres lay eggs, and if you yell at things, you have the spell of Mirren.
Yeah. Which is apparently soiling oneself. I found the brown note.
I am really proud of my party.
No, I think that'll be okay for now.
Alrighty, that leads us to Parisa, followed by the ogres.
Actually, no. In Infernal. I'm going to look at him after I withdraw my weapon. Goddess!
In
In
Infernal. Please hold.
Why not have fun with this?
Does anyone else speak Infernal? Or Infernal as we call it.
Doubtful.
Okay.
No.
As
I
Eric
speak goddess.
mutters this, the bad ogres kind of scrunch up their brows because the language itself sounds awful and demonic and harsh. And Rogan, you're like, huh? But they get the gist of what you're saying. Yeah, Parisa, you are up.
I have my
followed
first
by the ogres.
combat.
Oh, you haven't converted me. Far from it.
Not yet.
Morwen's battle cry to be for the pretty one.
Yes.
oh, he is just within range.
Okay.
But, hold on. Oh, I can't do that though because Trogdor and Eric would
Does
get
Deanna do
hit.
that? We'll talk, Krabby. We'll talk.
Yeah, no, for right now, I am just going to...
Wow. You were.
That was your fault.
You did not think that one through, Sadie.
Oh, we may end up separating you two someday.
I love you, honey.
And that is now captured in the annals of history.
There are worse pictures of me on the internet.
There's that.
I'm going to shoot at Etten.
Alright, fire away.
You do realize this is PG-13.
I think
It still is.
That's
It
a
is.
22 to hit,
That's a hit.
I haven't dropped an F-bomb once.
and that is 10 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Lufer has made his way back to you unless you want him to do anything else.
Nope, I want him to stay by me.
He is staying by you, but he is standing defensively and doing the whole
Perfect.
Moofer to moofer.
I can't do that too much because our dog will start barking.
We'll get Dozer going.
I did the other day and it scared me. Like, since we've adopted Dozer, we've heard him bark maybe 3 or 4 times ever. And I don't remember, I was explaining, who was I talking to?
I don't remember.
I think it might have been Patrick. And I was like, yeah, and they went, and because when someone comes to the door, Duke will go, brr, 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 brr. And Dozer looked at me and just had this absolute look of confusion on his face. And then looked at the door and went, barf. But it was like, it was a question mark. I've never heard bark be a question mark before.
No, because the one time that he did really bark was because there was, remember somebody was cutting through the yard?
Yep. And it was like, whoa! Mm-hmm. He went from cute, smushy face to Cujo in like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is this what the Book of Gearing does? Alright, where were we? Parisa, anything else out of you?
No.
It is the ogres and the one that is prone, Top Hat, is going to stand up and he is going to run towards the kitchen.
That's one way to get the viewers in, I guess.
He's running?
Yes. And so let's see, he just moves 20 feet because it took half of his movement to stand up.
Is that...
Yes, and then if Rogith and Trogdor will get an AO.
Yep.
Okay. Because that's with Sentinel.
Yep.
So I'm assuming a 20...
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. So he actually doesn't move.
Yep, so go ahead and put him back. And then Trogdor would not get an AO. Because he cannot move because Sentinel.
And that is... 8 plus... 5. Okay. So 13 points of damage?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure you get enough.
Stay.
And he...
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, just shaking. And then it is Etten's turn. And Etten...
He's really scared for one.
He is, but his resolve is starting to muster as he's looking around. And he keeps hearing you guys refer to Goddess and then pointing back at Parisa. And from somewhere deep down, he rolled amazingly high on his save. He looks over in the direction of Goddess and spits.
Oh!
Could Trogdor rage?
And then he is going to swing at... hey Rogith, can you lower the corner of the page just for 2 seconds? No, you're good. Let's see, who's nearest him? Be Eric or Trogdor?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a swing at Eric.
Oh, don't worry. This doesn't
Thank
bother me.
goddess.
Does a 15 hit you, Eric?
No.
No.
Oh, thank God.
He goes to swing and it just, no. Does not happen. That is the Ettins, and that leaves us to Rogith or Morwyn, whoever would like to go first.
You go first.
Okay. So yeah, I am going to... For the last time, I am not a handmaiden. Raging.
Yes!
Whenever you need a source of rage, just look to Trogdor. Trogdor, the paladin of the goddess.
Trogdor the
And
infuriating.
the little sprig of lavender is his holy symbol.
Yes.
He's flanked.
Oh, that's right.
The infuriating funny.
So that would be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. Well, I was with my hammer. Oh, plus rage. So that'd be 4, 9, 10, 11. 11 points of damage.
And that is on
Top knot.
Top Knot. Oof.
Is there
Top Knot's wavering, and it's more than just fear. He's gasping for breath. There's lots of cuts all over his body, and he's starting to get that glazed look on his face.
Surrender now and live, or don't and die.
And Morwin, you are up.
I cast magic missile on the Etten.
Ooh.
And that's what I say to it.
Perfect. And Erebus is on deck.
12 damage.
12 to Etten. You sunk my Etten ship. No, he is still standing, but he's... Roll intimidate. Ooh, he rolled well.
Oh, God.
He got 19.
20.
That's amazing.
His morale may be going up, but she is very scurry.
I know attack her.
I quite like this book.
Someone needs to text Mirren and be like, hey, your spell worked.
Spell is very effective.
Oh my gosh.
Versus pants.
Alright, Erebus is up, followed by Trogdor.
Oh, Erebus will assist with the two-headed and not do so well.
What'd she get?
10.
Oof. Yep, just not quite good enough. He's wavering and it's enough to throw her off. Alright, Trogdor, you are up.
Trogdor is seeing complete red. This man spit at the goddess. No, his crimes shall not go unpunished.
Kill him a lot.
Yeah.
That's cocked.
That's cocked. Does a 12 hit?
No, just not quite good enough.
That's not good enough.
You got 2 mad.
I got 2 mad. I got 2 mad.
Yep, never fight angry. Alright, last round of initiative, or what I believe is going to be last round of initiative, and then we'll go to break.
The past 3 rounds, I keep getting lower and lower.
You still might go before me.
Erebus.
Oh, God.
Erebus
Well, maybe not.
got a nat 20.
Nice.
23.
Rogith.
That would be a 23.
Nice. Parisa.
10. Rogan and I switched places.
Morwin.
4.
Oh, sweetie. Trogdor.
3. I got a 5, then I got a 4, then I got a 3, and
Eric.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a 2 and a 1 next time.
It's the second nap I've had for initiative.
I should have some. I'm going to get a 0.
Alright. Eric, you are going first, followed by Rogith and Erebus.
Oh.
Both of them look scared. Top Knot looks very not healthy.
Well, I'm going to finish off the one in front of me.
You're swinging at Etten.
Yeah, and that's a 20-something to hit.
Nice.
And that is the most average roll I have seen.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
17 more points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go... No, because I want to keep giving Trogdor advantage. See, I'll just...
I'm an advantage?
Mm-hmm.
He was flanked.
Trogdor dumb.
Poor Trogdor. Well, yes, but it's okay.
Okay, I'll just stay right there.
Reminded everyone but you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Rogith and Erebus, so whoever wants to go first.
Trogdor failed goddess.
Well, let Erebus go.
Trogdor.
Trogdor was so angry, he just...
Wow! That was
You're special crazy.
That's 6 more points of beak damage to
Etten?
the one I've been fighting.
Okay. He's starting to waver on his feet and
Oh, that
is
was
now
really good.
fairly bloody. Rogith.
Alright.
And the ogres are on deck.
Okay. Does Beastie look like he's giving up at all?
He looks they both look terrified.
But he hasn't surrendered at all?
No.
Okay.
Handmaiden, do your thing.
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
And
that's
he did.
20 lots.
Okay.
And you have advantage.
That's true.
Do 20 lot more.
Oh,
And still 20 lot more.
alright. So, 2, 9 points of damage.
And top knot is down.
Bottom knot now.
I am not handmaiden!
Scarecrow's hold on, I'll ask him.
Huh? What?
Scarecrow's asked you something in chat.
I didn't see it.
Fact, did you ever review my app?
Yeah, it's in review. We'll get back to you on that.
It is the ogre's turn, and there's only one left. And he looks around and drops his weapon. No kill. No kill. Goddess?
Goddess.
Will Trogdor believe him? Will the rest of the party allow him to live? What will he
No,
say?
no. Trotter believes him. He affirmed goddess. Trotter believes him.
Cliffhanger. Let it go.
We'll find out when we come back from break.
Oops.
Thanks, guys. We'll be back
Sorry.
in roughly half an hour. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out.
See you in a bit.
Thanks, guys.
Whoops.
Mass Effect. She was
Are
a
you
voice in
working?
Mass
Why is
Effect.
it not working?
Paragon lost the.
Why is what not
There we go.
Mechanical.
Are we live?
I actually have
I
that.
hit the button.
I didn't even realize.
It looks like we're live.
I
Yes.
can't
Hey,
remember his
we're
name
live!
now.
Who?
Hi, guys.
The United States
Welcome
guy.
back to Dragons in the
Oh my-
Dining Room. This is DMLoxy
It was the
presiding.
United States, but I
And
couldn't
yeah,
get it.
Sam, that's something interesting that I've noticed.
He's
Anything
so
that I
cool.
have started watching with them or watched with them,
You don't like.
Yeah.
no. Maybe it's just them.
The All Might is awesome.
And that's the thing is with that particular anime, especially, you have to give it
The
a
cameras can
minimum
hear us.
of 5 or 6 episodes.
Or I have to see it
They can see us.
without. I think what happens is there's certain ones I get burnt on because if certain people see it first, they talk it up so much, and that's all they talk about to the point I'm like, I've never
Yeah.
seen this show, and I already don't give two craps about it.
Yeah.
And I think,
I get where she's coming from.
yeah.
That was the reason why I couldn't read Brissinger. My parents got it for me for Christmas right
Thanks,
after it
Gabby.
came out. I could not read it for 3 years because
Right,
all of my
that's-
friends had gotten it and read it and were talking about it nonstop.
Yeah, it
You
just
wanted
it
to,
burns
you
it.
just wanted to.
So you have you have an ogre who has dropped his weapons, who looks very injured,
When you
um,
when you eat it.
and is looking a little
Here's
freaked
one.
out. Parisa, it is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna let you guys decide if you're just gonna, keep beating on him or if you're gonna.
Because he said that no hurt, right? He said he wanted
Yeah, he goes.
to surrender.
He dropped weapons. He's like, no hurt, goddess? Question mark.
I thought he said no hurt, duh. His name is Duh.
If that's the case, I'm not going to shoot him, but I am going to hold my action
Okay.
to see if he continues to be
This thing is
not.
vacancies.
Okay. Trogdor, you know this particular ogre's name is Dor.
We're
Dork.
close.
Dor.
Dork.
D-O-R. Dor.
Dork.
Alright. That leads us to Trogdor. Or no, Morwen.
Oh, Should I just put him to sleep?
It's up to you.
Nah. Oh wait, they're holding off, so will I.
Okay. So you're holding Trogdor. It's on you. Dor is looking at you.
Goddess.
skeptically. Who goddess?
Goddess. Look! No, beauty goddess. Handmaidens goddess.
Are you hitting the ogre?
The one that's dead.
Goddess, handmaidens, leader's not gonna be happy.
The leader's dead.
Well, that one was kind of the ringleader of that group.
Yeah, you're sub-leader.
Not
Yeah.
sub-lord, sub-leader.
Goddess stronger.
Oh! Like, I appreciate you talking me up, but that might get me in trouble.
I go tell others Trogdor found goddess?
Oh, God.
Goddess.
Oh, come on.
What was that?
Wow!
Sorry. Just aiming for that.
Your dad started it. I will give you clemency this time.
Thank you.
He looks a bit confused. If I go back without you, they kill me.
Sucks to
Quietly.
be you. Bye.
Goddess, stay.
You stay with goddess?
Goddess, help.
Oh! Trogdor snoo. And he turns to walk away. This look of understanding on his face.
Teresa looks utterly horrified.
Well, shit,
Well,
I
Parisa
do know what
isn't
snoo-snoo
entirely
is.
sure what snoo is. He just...
You seem a bit consternated there.
And you look over at Parisa's flowers in her hair just falling.
Chowder's gonna take a moment to,
So the other
Snoo-snoo.
ogre that surrendered is gonna turn and begin
Goddess
walking
Peter!
away unless you guys have anything else to ask him or...
Morwen is now furiously taking notes. Ogres know if I'm gonna lay eggs. They call it snoo to make the eggs. Got it.
Someday Morwen's monster manual will be published.
Yes.
We will make
Goddess
this a thing.
Peter! Goddess above Stoles! Goddess above snoo.
Where are the rest of your kind, beastie?
Swamp and rock house. Human rock house.
How does this make sense? How many moons away from Rock House? With Rock House? Castle?
Maybe castle.
You know you and Eric would both be very painfully aware that Fort Calyx is stone and has crenellations similar to a castle and is the nearest human outpost to the swamp.
And what was-
New leader say float on river to Rock House. Ogres float. And he looks like really thrilled with this revelation.
Float? Goddess wills.
Well,
Oh my. And yeah.
How long did he say it was?
I don't know. We march for many days and then float down river. And when we get to Rock House, surprise!
When?
Don't know. We were sent to find him. Others go to Rock House.
are they floating yet? Or are they waiting for you?
No, not waiting. float because that thing, and he points at Mirren's spellbook. Leader has that.
He has a book.
He knows how to shout real loud.
Yes?
Alright, that makes sense.
Are you
Perhaps
guys gonna investigate the bodies?
Not while there's another living one that I might have to kill.
Okay, fair.
I was gonna wait until after.
maybe we should send Erebus with a message. Wait, we don't actually know that's her name.
Yes, I called her.
Yeah, he called her that. He was calling her a different name, and then it just came back in a flash of memory.
I thought her
didn't
name was
realize-
Kleptobird.
No,
Kleptobird.
her real name is Erebus.
Kleptobird. Oh wait.
And she lands on your shoulder and kind of cocks her head, and then
I do the absent-minded scratchings.
she seems pleased.
She twills. Maybe we should send her to
Love you, good night.
Calyx, Fort Calyx, with a message to
Yeah, Rock House.
to let them know of our passage.
Or we stop by Fort Calyx.
Let them know they got some floaters.
Well, I mean, you guys, Calyx would be a logical stop on your way to the Way of the Gods.
Where would you send from? And in relation to floating in
Swamp.
Get out of my swamp.
which direction did they,
Trogdor.
as far as
He just kind of
Handmaiden.
points in the direction. Crowdy, click that, please. Trogdor. Handmaiden.
Where is bad guy from? Point.
That'd be a 0 in the end, so
You just kind of point in the direction you think the swamp is.
wait,
You point in the direction that you came from, which is just down the road behind us.
Can you hit the light? Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know she could read.
I've been teaching her how to do the dragon uppercut.
Oh, jeez.
There, as the goddess flies.
As the
That's
eyes
good.
flies.
Thank you.
Or floats.
The swamp runs through river, but
Where's the river?
humans shoot us at the river, so we go up the river and float.
Well,
Float with a spellbook of shouting really loud.
They go just around the riverbed.
mm-hmm.
You're a little confused by what he says because you guys have a map. So you know that Fort Calyx is, where am I? Here, kind of at the bottom of the mountains. The rivers are south of Calyx. And the swamp's over here. So, I mean, for them to float downriver very far doesn't make a whole ton of sense because most of the river is patrolled.
Bring us to float location.
Well, if they float with a spell, they may be like fog or something.
Good.
Can't even see them.
Boss not happy.
Boss? Goddess.
He looks like he's struggling. No, he's more afraid of his boss.
Hold up. Hold up.
Hang on.
What if I shout at him?
Hang on.
You shout at him and you guys draw your weapons.
No.
Yeah, I
I'm
shout
gonna
real
go.
loud.
Either your boss or me.
I'm casting Mirren's spell.
Yes. That means.
So how secretive architecture?
pretend captives?
Sure.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab a piece of rope and go, captive.
And he puffs up. Yeah. Exactly. And turns and starts walking off the road, but kind of at an angle away from the road.
Trogdor hungry.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm going to dig through pockets.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
I'm gonna see if they've got a
Trogdor, help!
symbols on it.
What?
Trogdor helps! I got a 16.
Trogdor really did help! Trogdor the Vigilant, once again.
It was almost a critical success, so we got a 16.
Because they make it into so high.
Alright, I rolled low. I only got a 17.
Alright, so who else is searching the bodies? We got Trogdor, Eric, Rogan.
I am not touching those bodies.
Lufer is just kind of standing by you, looking at you like, you humans are so weird.
I'd like to examine them. I've never seen an ogre this close.
Alright, you start examining them. You find on the leaderish one, the rock one, that he had a satchel that looked fairly well made. And in it there is a book. There's a dagger, there's a couple rations.
Oh, take the dagger
And
the book.
This book looks fairly familiar. You guys recognize it right away as an almost copy of the books you found in the offices in the tunnels. And on the back page, there again is that list of incorruptible, the line through it, the check marks. However, this one has a name at the bottom that sends chills through you immediately. Underneath Isa's name is the name Benjamin Cuthbert with incorruptible written next to it.
Okay.
Darn skippy he is.
You might want to let them know.
Incorruptible and incorrigible.
Hey, William.
And you hear back, just a minute, busy! And what sounds like
I got put on hold.
it's
You're close.
not
Is there a
It's-
callback function on this?
it's not very much longer, maybe about 30 to 45 seconds, and you hear him,
That's long.
yeah, what do you...
Who's Benjamin?
You and Rogoth would know that Benjamin Cuthbert is his father that you guys met at Fort Calyx that gave you the missive for William. I'm just gonna give you guys that. What did,
Some of my notes
What
are
did-
missing from...
that's right. What did you need? I accidentally upset some creature.
We need your dad, apparently.
Oh, your dad's incorruptible. We're going to make sure of it.
Can you give me more info?
Not yet.
What do you mean by my father's incorruptible? I'm
just
inclined
reading
to agree, but
I'm just reading the piece of paper that I have.
give the rock to someone else, please.
Trogdor help!
I want to speak to your manager.
Give the rock to Trogdor! But nobody else is attuned to it.
Wait, do you have to attune to singing sports?
It was made specifically for me.
Oh.
Trogdor, serve goddess!
Well, I suppose you think it's kind of fun. I'm talking to a stone. Little pebble.
We're gonna tell the rock all about it.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it, and your dad's name is on it with the word incorruptible by it. Apparently, if he dies, then bad things happen. So we're going to make sure he stays incorruptible. Ogres are
found-
attacking Calyx.
I'm sorry, what?
I kind of want to dissect
You're
the
too
ogre
far
and see
away.
if
I'll
any of
take
them are
care of it.
egg-laying.
I'm going to go on forced march and try and reach the shrine as quickly as I can.
Oh, don't kill yourself.
I'm not planning on it.
Okay, then,
When I do have a question for Parisa,
I have left marks for you to follow.
I appreciate it.
I remembered.
When I get to the border,
Our goddess.
I'm sorry, what?
Apparently Parisa is now a goddess. According to the ogre that she made friends with.
What?
Yeah, his name's Trogdor.
Trogdor, serve goddess!
Child! Carly! I want to
You allowed this to happen! You allowed this!
I'm in love a little bit.
So is Trogdor.
I don't know if it's quite love, but
He's more like enthralled. Yeah.
Fair.
So let me get this straight. Parisa made friends with an ogre named Trogdor that thinks she's a goddess. You found a piece of paper that has my father's name on it, and it says he's incorruptible.
You forgot the part where I said that ogres are going to be attacking Calyx.
Why do you think ogres are going to be attacking Calyx?
Because the other ogres that we killed said so.
When?
Just now.
No, when are they?
I found a body.
What's your intelligence modifier, Eric?
I thought he meant when did we kill him?
Eric, what's your
No,
intelligence
like
modifier?
seriously. I thought he meant when did we kill him? Because I just said we killed them and you said when.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Oh no, I'm communicating just fine.
No, you're not.
It's the understanding that's lacking.
There we go.
Got rock for it even.
I don't know when they're going to
Anybody
attack.
want my husband?
I don't know when they're going to attack. We're just going to go head them
You
off.
can
to the
have him
pass.
just for free. I want him back eventually. I think, anyway, I love you. Anyway?
the goddess loves you.
Alright, well, he's having this conversation with a rock. Can I dissect an ogre and see if any of them are egg laying?
You know what? Go ahead and roll me a medicine.
There's one with a bashed in head.
That's not too bad.
17.
You dissect this ogre and you get the whole Y cut down the chest and you're poking around and it's similar to human anatomy, except they have 2 stomachs.
Wow, these must be where they keep the eggs.
Handmaiden, is this a ritual for goddess? Looks fun.
No.
Oh, and I want to make sure that the
What
other
did you
ogre,
roll?
the other ogre is watching
11.
the autopsy.
Okay.
I want to make sure of this.
What did you roll?
11. Ritual for God.
You start
Hey, question for you.
dissecting the
How are
other
babies
ogre
made?
with the bashed in head not nearly as well. You just start kind of like tearing into him.
Goddess. Goddess.
And there's entrails everywhere.
I am going to clean myself up.
I'm going to back away to a safe distance.
Gross.
This is, yeah.
Let's see. How are they born?
So William says keep him apprised of the situation, let
Not
him know
sure.
if anything changes. He is going to make all haste. He did want you to ask Parisa, when he nears the border, he has the option of staying with the dwarves or the Loxlies. He is planning on staying with the Loxlies. Is there anything that she would like him to do when he's there?
A
Just
Loxley or two?
So
Think about
Cuthbert is
it.
going to be staying with your people and wants to know if there's anything special he should do.
you can get back to him.
I'll get back to him.
Please hold. Your call is very important to us.
Trogdor will start
Proselytizing?
proselytizing.
That was almost a very different word with a very different meaning that also occasionally ends in worship.
I'm going to start doing some prostituting. I'll be right back.
I was.
Watch Adventure Brothers.
Now I'm seeing an ogre with, fish nets going.
An ogre with fish
If the goddess demands it, it shall be so.
Trogdor can dance.
Oh, Deanna, that
I'm
one's
just a
scrambled.
He can really dance.
You can dance if you want to.
If your friends
Leave
don't,
your friends behind.
and if your friends don't dance, well then they're no friends of mine.
If
they're
I
down.
start
behind right
drinking,
over there.
I think everyone will understand. There's an hour left of the shit show. I don't know what to do.
Now, Gabs, you're the one who had me playing Trogdor, you know.
I was trying to make you feel welcome.
I'm
And
sure
I
he
ended
knows
up with
why.
an ogre and fishnets flinging entrails.
Oh my god!
All I can think of is the Syrinscape, where it was you and Joe versus Melanie, and you were singing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President," and the washboard apps. Do you remember that?
Oh.
To see him do the Monroe pose was amazing.
Oh my gosh, and it was so perfect. That was the worst part.
Trogdor's got to remember that the ritual that plays the goddess now for the fallen enemies.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That'd be wisdom, right? No, he forgot.
Oh
Why
my
did you
god. Ugh. Okay.
Do I use
so,
knife or club?
I'll give you a piece of paper too, so you can make your own diagrams.
You make a bloody handprint.
Paper? Body?
Wait, I win.
No.
So does that mean
No,
that
no,
next
we
time
have
I
to
get
scissors.
pulled over and the officer said papers, I just say scissors and I drive away because I win? Or does that not work? Okay.
I wouldn't
I'll have to
recommend
try.
it.
As long as we're not in the car.
Depends on how low cut your shirt is.
Alright, so you guys are autopsying the ogre poorly. The other ogre is severely wounded and has just continued walking.
Because I said
I mean,
wanted to
he's
stop him so
severely
he could
wounded
watch
as well.
the autopsy.
Okay, never mind. Yep. He's watching fairly horrified.
That was the point.
William Cuthbert realizes you'll get back to him. He asks if you can please make all haste, although he says the fort is on high alert. But anything can happen, so, please keep an eye out.
See a sign there.
His family is very important to him. He's very much Army field medic, mission-minded, but family honor is up there.
Aww.
Like, we're talking Mulan level family honor. Except he didn't have to cut his hair and make it a top knot.
Dishonor on your cow.
When we hear that they want to make the new Mulan more realistic and find out they have a witch and a bunch of other random mystical stuff. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. Cricky, make a note of this. Hey, sexy lady.
Trogdor's gonna walk up to Goddess and fall to his knees. Goddess, heal.
No, okay. I have to bring.
Wait, did you say heal?
Heal.
Okay. I'm actually
Guys, ow.
going to take my. It's not going to do much, but
Oh, this is Trogdor we're talking about.
I'm going to take green flower from my
Okay.
hair and use the healing ability from the flower. And anybody
Okay.
else that's hurt, come over here.
I think that's just Trogdor.
Yeah,
You
Trogdor, I
only
think,
got
was
hit.
the only one that actually got hit.
Sweet.
I think I stubbed my toe on the landing.
You get 8 hit points.
Hey, it's almost double.
Trogdor's gonna look up at Goddess with wonder in his eyes. Goddess.
Oh boy.
With a little bit of tear.
The other ogre, as that happens, kind of eyeballs, and he looks like he's he's still sketchy about it, but he's kind of watching you a little more closely, Parisa. Like maybe
there's some
some truth to this madness. I mean, Trogdor was a coward, and now he's a warrior, and now you're spraying flower pollen on him. He's starting to wonder.
He's pollinating.
He's been pollinated.
Does that mean
Your
he's
eggs
gonna
will
lay
grow in
eggs
4 to
now?
7 days.
Yeah.
If you do not receive your eggs by March 2nd, please call us at 1-800.
See, now we've got to keep him with us so we can keep an eye on that.
To see if he germinates.
Right.
It just makes me shudder all over.
That's
Alright,
It's half ogre, half Loxley.
so
Look
it's
how
like
cute it
That
would
would
be.
make him a loger.
A logre.
a loger or an ox.
Oxley?
An
Loxger.
ogly?
Ogly.
You
Ogly.
Oh!
You ugly.
O-G-L-Y. Okay.
Right.
1-800-EAT eggs. This is how those myths about aliens laying eggs really get started, guys.
Yes, he is popping, getting up very high.
Okay,
Could be
so
worse, could be like aliens.
it's roughly noonish.
How you doing?
And you know one
Can
thing
you tell if you buy
that
a plush face hugger for a 6-year-old, they don't appreciate it.
Generally not.
Rogith and Eric, you notice that
I thought it
this
was
page
cute.
of names is
We
written
also
in a
have
different
6.
hand than the other books. The other books looked like they were written by the same person. This one, there's a different slant. It's different handwriting.
It is, yes.
What
I
a
have
father's
it
book.
right here. Okay, well, this is
You're
going to get
holding.
added to here. Put this
I
with
make
the other
no
ones.
apologies.
Do you fully believe that I had yourself a hand?
So are you guys going to stop and eat, or are you
We'll
going to
follow her.
continue on?
I'm still looking for food.
Okay, Erebus, did you tell her to resume her search?
Now that we're no longer in mortal danger,
I could be
yes.
a paladin of the
Yep,
goddess.
and go ahead and roll me.
Paladin
Survival,
Breeze.
please.
Much, much better. 19 on the die.
Nice.
Puts it somewhere around the 20s.
Joe, will you grab me a fuzzy water out of the bottom of the fridge, please?
Do I have to shave it first?
I got it.
It's like on the door at the very bottom, tucked under a shelf.
I'm just going to start munching on the rations I found in the nice sack. I'm going to keep the nice
That'd be a
sack.
24.
Okay, it's not very long.
Babs?
Huh?
Which one?
What's there?
Cherry vanilla, orange citrus, or cherry vanilla?
Cherry.
That is very
orange.
redundant.
Oh gosh.
Orange citrus? What other type
It might
of
be
orange
oranges
is
and
there?
cream.
Could be lemon citrus.
There's also
But
like
lemon
a
is citrus.
oh, it's
It's
orange and
redundant.
cream. Sorry.
Woo! No worries.
There's
It's
also
the
like
flavor
a
citrus.
mango citrus one. The cherry lime is really good. I like the cherry lime.
I'm curious
Sorry.
Hey, Gabs.
to see if that's gonna break my fast.
Trogdor the Vigilant, Paladin of Parisa.
We'll talk.
As
Guys.
she takes deity and doesn't even know it.
Well, you know, I'm sure if enough people believe in her, she'll attain this.
I'm just gonna have like the entirety of the ogre and trolls and all of that worshiping her.
Well, you know, at least we're worshiping somebody good.
This is true.
Evil god twins trying to take over the world. No, we stopped that by converting all the ogres to paladins.
Evil god
of prison.
twins.
Nothing.
You guys don't know what's going on. Or no, not evil.
Animated armor.
Plot twists are coming, guys.
So we gotta make the good goddess to, you know, fight the evil. Don't joke.
That's how we'll do it. We'll just yeah.
Are you laughing at me, love?
I'm feeling sorry for you, too.
I was good until after break, and then I was kind of woozy. So I'm like, probably from bouncing around the kitchen so much. That wasn't smart.
No.
No, I slipped on the ice Tuesday
It was
really
fun to
good,
watch.
and so I've been taking it easy. And then I was like bouncing around, dancing in the kitchen on break, and now I'm like, oh yeah, all that stiffness is coming back. This is great. Yeah, Erebus comes back and signals that she has found something.
And I will wander off in that direction.
Okay, are you gonna go hunting by yourself, or are you gonna take someone with you?
I'm gonna go by myself.
Okay.
Much easier.
Are you
that way.
telling your party where you're going?
I'm gonna go get food.
Good, Eric. Alright, so Eric declares he's gonna go off hunting. I'm gonna have you deal with that, and then I'll go back to the party while you're gone.
Were
Quick
there,
question. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
were there any symbols on the downed ones?
No, but on the spine of the book, there was the symbol of Marasa with the gates, and then the crossed keys and one etched out.
Okay. Symbol again.
So are
He's
we
doesn't.
are we traveling while Eric is hunting, or are we waiting around?
I'll catch up.
Alright, that's fine.
Eric, you don't go very far, only about a half a mile, and there is a herd of buffalo.
Buffaloes.
Wait, what? What just happened?
We both said it incorrectly but differently.
Yep.
I was gonna say
My
buffalo.
brain just hurt, like in 4 different directions.
I said fluffalos. I didn't quite get to.
I said flubble. Now I can't say it.
Flubble?
Flubbles. Yes, flubbles.
Flufflebows, got it.
And I was gonna go Gruffalo.
Ah, the great Gruffalo.
Bison.
Sounds called Buffomatus.
Buffopotamuses.
Buffomatus.
Yeah, there's a herd
Handmade
of
and
them,
getting
there's
food?
some. There are bushes scattered around, and
I am going to set my horse aside.
okay,
And I'm going to go take down the bison.
Guardian.
okay. Go
Guardian.
ahead and roll.
And
We'll
that's
still
one.
be animals, it's fine.
You have a dead buffalo. What do you want?
To eat it.
Guardian.
I will tie some rope around it and have my horse drag it toward them.
Are you gonna field dress it there, or are you gonna just drag
Oh
it?
no, I'm just gonna drag it for the
They
moment.
managed to drill into
Okay.
your head, but it's guardian.
The goddess said it.
Okay. This is a heavy buffalo. I mean, your horse is able to do it, but it's not really thrilled.
No, I know. And I'm gonna send Erebus ahead to Parisa
Okay.
and have Erebus kind of signal.
Okay. Back to the group. So you guys are teaching Trogdor while Eric is gone?
Yes, he is the guardian,
Guardian, handmaiden.
knowledge keeper.
I don't know if you can do those words.
Oh! Knowledge keeper. Okay.
You just learned a new word.
Yeah.
You just learned like 8 new syllables.
They just go with the question. Knowledge?
She really does perform miracles.
I was thinking lighter for the horse, but either way, he's not very far away from him, so it's not a huge.
Books.
Okay.
I'll point to if you still have Niren's spell book out. Books.
Oh yeah, it's very worthwhile. I gotta keep this thing out.
Let me see if I can
Goddess
pass
books.
that spell.
Sure.
About this time, Erebus comes back, Parisa, and lands on your shoulder and kind of does that head turn and then looks back the direction that Eric went and then looks back at you.
I will cast Speak with Animals.
He found food. He's bringing it. You need to help him.
She's
Okay.
talking to the bird?
Yes.
Goddess! She speaks! That's a -1 on my int.
Hey, we call that klepto bird.
Goddess bird.
Goddess bird!
That works.
Oh god, Erebus.
I'm
is
sure
gonna
she
get a big
likes
head
it.
now.
She, like, does the whole wing over her beak face palm thing. And then she flies over to Trogdor's shoulder, pecks twice at his head, and then shakes her head like, yeah, no. And then flies back towards Eric.
Ain't nothing in there.
Goddess servant.
I
The
will.
goddess has bestowed me.
I will direct us to follow Erebus. to where Eric is.
And you meet him about halfway, and he has a dead buffalo being drugged behind his horse.
I'm sticking by the one that's still standing.
Goddess.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Okay. And he's standing there until we go?
We'll wait until we get back.
Okay. And he just plops down. He's bleeding a lot.
Goddess speaks to animals. Goddess. Goddess help?
You lick trees. How you know goddess?
I'm gonna lay on hands him
Okay.
for 2.
Oh, fuck.
Goddess guardian!
God! That was one guy! And he looks at you. God! Handmaiden!
Goddess God!
God better.
Goddess better.
Oh
He takes a swing at you!
Oh.
There's already a schism in your brand new religion.
He's just going fisticuffs, and he like steps protectively in front of Rogan, standing up, and sucker punches you for 4 damage.
No, wait a minute.
Hold on.
I'm going to use what the goddess taught me and use a religion check. To convince him that the goddess is more powerful.
Blue flower on both of them.
Roll. That's sleep, right?
Yes.
Okay, roll.
I lost the dice. I told you that dice went.
Oh no. We can crawl around.
Oh, yeah, it's down by your feet.
That one, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Hold on, I just need to see how many. Okay.
What's worse than having a NPC ogre think one of your party members is a goddess? Having 2 NPC ogres fight about which members of your party are in fact deities.
18 hit points. 18 points.
How much do you have left, Trevor?
14, so boom.
14.
Well, no, he'd go down
Well,
first.
You
It
go by
depends
the
on-
you go by the lower first.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be down first because he had
Aw.
1 more hit point than you after
Okay.
Rogus.
So only you go down.
Goddess.
Crap.
See God better. And then he goes to stomp on you while you're down.
No!
Defend honor. Must kill. Offer to God.
I don't want that offering.
What is... Huh?
My rapier.
Oh, that's right. You're back now. I was like, it's a really weird way to hold my hand. Forgive me, you came within 6 inches. I mistook it for a sign of affection. My bad. You need to huggle me. It's been way too long and I need human contact. Touch me.
Oh my.
Oh there.
Should we just cut the session here and
We're going into Dragons After Dark now.
yeah.
I mean, my bed will be open most of next week.
Done. So. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so he stops right before he stomps down, and he's wavering a little bit. It's like your flower must have dazed him some, too. God more powerful. At Brisa.
Sorry.
I am going to then go over to him and take some of my, like, medicine kit herbs
Okay.
and do a field medic.
On Trogdor or on
On Door, right?
Door, yeah.
Dork.
Trogdor and Door?
So
Trog.
he gets,
Door and Trogdor, we're trogging through the forest.
he gets an additional 3 hit points.
Door need think, and he sits down and looks like the epitome of the thinker. Like he's sitting there, and you can see the smoke just rolling. Oh jeez, you guys, what the heck?
I just realized something. The guardian of the goddess? The consort of the goddess. That's why you're the guardian.
Yeah.
Trogdor is having an epiphany when he's sleeping.
He's having dreams /
He's having a vision quest.
Yes, he's on a vision quest from his goddess.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I can't remind me after the game and when the cameras are off to tell you guys a story in relation to vision quest.
Oh dear Lord.
Boy.
Yeah. So,
How long am I out for, by the way?
until someone wakes you up.
No, I thought there was a time
Up to a
limit.
minute.
Up to a minute? Okay.
Yeah. Or until you take damage, or sorry, Jaded.
I will. Once Door has calmed down, I will wake Trogdor up.
Okay. Trogdor, you awaken to the face of your goddess.
Tears.
Trogdor is dehydrated at this point. Eric, what are you doing in the middle of all this?
I'm field dressing a buffalo.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a survival.
Goddess. Consort.
20.
Snooze.
This
A new
buffalo
word
is
just came
well
into
field
Trogdor's head. Consort.
Morwen, what are you doing?
Snooze, new friend. Wait, no, that's not what I'm doing.
Yes, Krabby. He wants to be what a goddess is.
Oh my god.
No goddess!
Continuing my dissection, check out that second stomach, see what's going on there.
It is in fact a stomach, and it's full of stomach acid and some small creature parts and
No eggs.
no eggs.
Guardian consort. Knowledge keeper.
You are bright red. This is awesome.
Like I said, this doesn't happen to my other characters.
Goddess. Handmaiden.
The bird nods at you when you say this.
The goddess bird.
Yes, the goddess bird nods at you when you call him a handmaiden.
The goddess agrees.
And she just kind of nips at your ear. Alright, you guys have a wonderful meal of buffalo. Door and Trogdor look eager to eat the meat before it's quite all the way cooked.
I'm going to make sure that Door gets fed last.
He pouts but doesn't try to buck the order. It seems that very much sends a message to him, and he understands that.
And I'm going to make
listen
sure
to
that
the
the
handmaiden.
goddess eats first.
You know, I just have to say, the only reason why he is going along with this so hard is because of your shenanigans with Murin.
You know what? And I'm glad, because wouldn't it be a shame if Parisa got to godhood before Murin?
It might happen.
Oh, ow.
I am going to attempt to give the good word about the goddess and her guardian consort to Door. I fail. That's a 2.
Hold on. Can I get a witness?
Net 20. Ouch.
That's the only time she asks for a witness.
No.
Or if it's a nat 1.
That one.
It's a -1. He believes you now.
Yes.
Yes.
reason I've been playing along.
I like being a handmaiden.
Can we just take a second to let this sink in?
Oh my
Like,
God.
the actual heck that just happened?
Alright, I guess we'll...
Trogdor, preaching about the goddess.
Krabby does have a good point, though. Ori is technically the closest. Well, Ori or Loxlies, because they have left their physical shells.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe Ori can come back as an avatar.
we'll see.
What if Trogdor and Dor are able to get all the other orders?
I feel like this is gonna be like a little side story later on. So the
After
I don't
actual
know if he's
heck.
serving a gnome god, but he's certainly hanging with a gnome god.
After food, I'm going to insist on heading to Calyx.
Yeah. I mean that is a good
If
idea.
there is time, I would like to try and, if at all possible, start prepping the buffalo hide.
You make me a survival.
I will assist.
Okay, make a survival at advantage.
That's actually not terrible. That's dirty 20.
Yeah, you are able to skin it, and you don't have time to stretch it out or anything, but you are able to skin it and scrape the skin while everyone else is eating, and then
Trogdor has
Take
not
it
seen
with.
such goddess work.
And then as we travel, I'm going to try and focus my search a little bit more. Like, not as we travel, but like when we stop for breaks or
Yeah.
for the night, I'm going to focus my herb search for stuff that I could use to either preserve or cure it.
he's dreaming.
Is that Duke?
Dozer.
Aww.
The camera's probably not going to be able to pick it up, but our one dog is sleeping, and in his sleep he's like, "Burf, burf, Trogdor, burf."
got the word for
Perfect. I will get back to you about the herbs. Crap, there was something else important that I was going to do. You also get 3 buffalo ribs and 1 of the horns. Because Loxlies don't deal in metal, they don't leave much unused. So the ribs and the horn you would end up carving into spoons, utensils, daggers. The cycle of nature, it's very much not wasteful. In this situation, you're much more okay with it because time is kind of the essence.
That's why I asked, like, if there was time. That's one of the things she would have thought.
It kind of. So you guys continue
Yeah, just
on.
go
You
by
make
knowledge.
fairly
That's pretty
decent
bad.
times.
I'm gonna fashion the buffalo mane around the collar of my cloak. Big poofy.
Are you really?
No.
Oh, I was gonna let you try and go. Why don't you do the fun, cool stuff instead? You just.
Except you don't smell very
Because
good
I
right now.
don't have time to clean it
Okay,
or
fair.
actually sew it
Okay,
on.
fair.
That's what I'm working on.
You should give me hugs because you can. Desperation. Blah blah blah. Hey! We're separating you two.
I'll hug you too.
I'll
Okay.
give you a hug.
Heck yeah! No garlic needed. Everyone roll me a 12-sider. And I will roll for door.
We're doing initiative check, huh?
No! Alright. Thacko. Eric. 1. Morwin 5. Trogdor 4. 4. 5. None of you matched it. Cool.
We got cheers for the Seekers.
Yeah, thank you.
Do we still have part of the map up?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Kate, you want to hand me the dead bodies?
I was using those.
Perfect. Thank you. What did we get? Oh, hey, we'll come back.
Thank you.
Do you want to come sit?
Mom's waiting in the car. She's gonna take me home. But I am gonna do this.
How the hell?
Me next. Me next.
Lord. Okay, that's a lovely view.
Guys, oh God!
I wasn't going to say
Hello.
anything.
I got a text about it
I love how
earlier.
they're gonna apologize.
Hug the goddess!
Is due.
Okay.
Have fun. Have fun. No dining.
2.5 minutes. She stood there in front of the camera. Yeah.
I love you, dear.
I love you too. Thank you.
I mean, it's a beautiful view for
you're
me,
welcome.
so I don't really care, but you know.
This is why I should not wear these shirts when I'm DMing because
No, no, no.
Sure.
No, no, please. No one is complaining.
No, not.
Alright, have fun.
You
Love
too.
you guys.
Not even
I'm having a blast.
I'm glad. Alright, so you guys make some decent time. Nothing else happens. Everything seems quiet. Here's the question, are you continuing on to Calyx, or are you having Door lead you in the direction of the river floaties, which seems to be the floating ogres. Trondor Door, the floating ogres, everyone.
Prison goddess!
I guess someone has to make that a music video.
I have no words, you guys. I just don't anymore.
Good evening, Radio Man.
So you guys make camp for the night. Who's taking first watch?
Sure, I'll do that.
All right.
Trogdor will take watch with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honored! Just help.
So Trogdor and
You owe
Morgan.
me.
First watch. Who is going to be on second watch?
I can take second watch. That's fine.
I'll help.
Okay.
I can take. If we're doing 4 watches, I can take 2.
Okay. No, well, I think you guys should
see
be
anything,
okay
but I'll
with
help.
3.
And that's why I was going to wait
Okay.
till the last one.
And we'll just say 3, 6, 9, because that's, more than enough.
Can ogres see in the dark?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if they can or not. For now, I'm saying yes.
Tonight they can.
The goddess has blessed me.
And then that means last watch is Dor and Eric.
Yep.
And Erebus. Alright, first watch, can you roll me 6-siders, please?
That would be a 6.
First, what?
6
Oh.
and 5.
Aw.
Second watch.
Oh, alright, I'm helping.
You know, instead of dark vision, I'm going to call it goddess vision.
Perfect. And third watch.
2 and 3 and whatever door rolls.
No.
Not
Most-
Dor's fault.
Most of my attention is going to be on door.
Okay. He struggles to stay awake. Mostly because of how injured he is. I mean, he was at a fraction of his hit pool.
Well, he had.
So was Trogdor.
He'd have had 6 hours of sleep by the time.
Oh,
he came
fair. No, he's fine then.
Yeah, he was higher than Trogdor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. More mushrooms.
How many hit dice would he have?
Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to put Trogdor back to... Thank you, Seekazilla!
Thank you, Seekazilla!
Yay,
Oh,
cupcakes!
Thank you.
Cupcakes.
So many cupcakes.
I licked the frosting on all of them.
I don't care.
Don't care, I'll eat one.
Yep. That's cute. And half of them are gluten-free.
Yes!
You're covered. next day, how hard are you pushing your horses? Like, are you just normal travel pace trying to get to Calyx?
Yep. I see no reason to push them too hard.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would say
They got the fleet of foot Zephyr shoes on them, so we're
Yeah.
making better time than they are.
I'm gonna say when you guys stopped for camp, you were at 470 miles. I just took 10 miles off that day because of all the ogre stuff and
Right.
the poking around,
All the ogreness.
all the ogreness.
How many hit points would I have back from that rest?
I'm go ahead and for now take 45 back,
That'll work.
and then let's see. You guys are there. Go ahead and what did I miss?
I'm just giving you help.
Yes. I had them.
Just
Yeah.
I was trying to be helpful,
No. I.
and they do have dark vision.
Perfect. Of course they do. Thanks, guys. Oh.
Yes. But it's not
Yes.
dark vision, it is goddess vision.
It's God's vision.
The only thing he can see is his goddess.
Yeah, right?
She's so pretty.
She is very pretty.
The most beautiful
Thank you.
thing I've ever seen.
So you guys are. I'm just gonna have you plodding along. Go ahead and someone roll me percentile.
I'll roll one. Who wants to roll the other?
Me.
Okay. I got the big number. 76.
76.
nice.
Someone else roll me a d6.
I'll do that. 3.
Okay, perfect. The next 3 days go by uneventfully and peacefully. You guys are able to find adequate food. You make really
Lots
good
of
time.
dice to work with.
And Dor and Trogdor are very confused. Because of
What's
the
new?
well, more so than normal because ogre tribal mentality is very much the strongest one automatically leads, and the stronger you are, the more horribly you treat the lessers. And they're not seeing that among the goddess consort knowledge keeper handmaiden group? Question mark. And so they're like slowly learning. Their common was extremely broken. They're learning more and more. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence save.
Save.
Yeah.
Wow!
Got a 19 on the die, so 16.
The Dor wasn't quite so lucky. Trogdor seems to be picking it up rather quickly. While he wasn't necessarily the strong one in the ogre tribe, he may have been shunned. Maybe he's not the brightest, but he's got an ear for languages. Either that or his stubbornness and desire to please the goddess is so strong that things are just sticking better.
Word.
He's an ogre nerd.
Word.
Yes.
Yes.
And you often see him like trying to force
I'm
himself
Trogdor.
to remember things that the goddess says.
Nerd.
Hey, Stoneforge!
Hey, Stoneward.
You
Welcome back.
are goddess.
Oh my gosh.
New words.
You guys are about the 650 mile mark. Yeah, so that's not bad at all. It's you guys make camp for the night, and you believe you will reach Fort Calyx the next day. You're about between 50 and 60 miles out from Fort Calyx.
Did I ever find the herbs I was looking for?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a d12 quick. Sorry, I did space that. I'm fired.
5.
5. Then roll me a d6.
6.
You find 6 bundles of the herbs you're looking for.
Nice. So 6 bundles of preserving herbs.
Yeah, so you're gonna find some dill and other. Just put
Preserving herbs.
yeah, for now. And I can give you specifics later.
Goddess, what is this?
A lot of the herb stuff I'm gonna give you post session and on break. Some
Nice.
people really enjoy having the litany of herbs and some don't. So I'm gonna try and balance it.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Ooh, loot hoard! Please hold, the DM is looting the hoard. The party pauses to loot the dragon hoard. Alrighty. And then I'm just gonna keep the watches what they were. So first watch, Consort and Trogdor roll me a 6-sider.
2.
Perfect. Second watch,
Oops.
Morwen and Parisa.
1.
Ooh.
4.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me percentile, Morwen.
Trogdor has many
58.
questions for Goddess.
58.
Medicine and food and knowledge.
Awesome. And then
That's
roll
my
me
age.
a 6-sider.
1.
Alright. Roll me a perception, those of you on second watch.
That's my thing.
Is it disadvantage because this is dark?
Yes. If you do not have dark vision, it would be a disadvantage. Actually, no. Go ahead and do it. Just keep whichever. Do
The
it
first one I
normal
roll?
because it's more than just sight.
Okay.
Yeah. So just whichever one was first.
Alright.
All right. Parisa, what'd you get?
21.
21. Perfect. And Morwen.
18.
18. You both hear what sound like large wings flapping about the middle of your watch. And Parisa, you do have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
I lost again. Oh, it's not my night to win the loot hoard. Parisa, you see what you swear is a 4-legged bird with wings. That's about the size of a horse,
It's just not everyone wins.
Okay.
flapping above the trees. And you only see it for just a minute, and then it's gone. And it's one of those, you know you saw it, but it was so quick. And for as near as it was, you feel like it should have been much louder. Almost like it was very hushed.
In that case, I am going to do cordon of arrows.
Okay.
If we're, because I didn't say that before we started camp.
Nope,
So-
you didn't. I got away with it because he didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do cordon of arrows
Okay, perfect.
just to be.
Fireball! Alright, let me roll.
That works way too well.
Alright, here it goes. No fireball.
How do you
No,
do
DM doesn't have advantage anymore, so no fireball.
Those at the table cannot use any of the cans.
that? Well, I'll be right back.
And
It's
it,
one of the little things that I'll toss out there that
Yeah,
we
it's-
couldn't give ourselves net 20s.
nothing you've ever seen or even heard tale of before, Parisa.
Okay.
It just you almost think you dozed off, except for Morwen heard the same thing. She just couldn't see it. The rest of the watch is uneventful.
The goddess has brought fire.
Goddess keeps us warm.
Too warm, too warm, too warm!
If that happened at the door, he'd try to be like, your faith fails you.
This is your fault! Alright, third watch. So Eric and Dor and Erebist.
What am I rolling?
6-sider. Not Dor's fault.
5 and a 2.
I don't know.
Okay.
Glitch.
It has to be.
The rest of the night
Just gotta be
passes peacefully.
What's that?
Dor
His
There's a
app
bunch
is
of
glitching.
hearts glitching over some of where's the chat.
It does that.
Dor is trying to ask questions about what, where we go. Rock House?
We go to the rock house, yes.
Dor not welcome, Rock House.
Dor going to help save Rock House.
The goddess wills
You're asleep.
it. Yeah, I'm probably whispering that in my sleep too.
You have a point.
Dor and Trogdor.
Hit that button.
What is?
Dor and Trogdor tell others about Goddess.
You're at a sub-anniversary, so we can type a message. What's that?
Dor and Trogdor tell others about Goddess?
Yes.
Evangelize, sister.
At Stone House. At Rock House.
Yes.
Hey, thank you, Cosma! At Stone House or tell ogres?
Both.
We leave tell ogres?
No, you stay with us. Stay
Goddess go to ogres!
Yes.
Goddess go to ogres! And you guys wake up as third watch ends to Dor cheerfully crowing that the goddess is going to go visit the ogres.
I hope we can pull this off.
I do too. I do too.
But don't pull off the ogre so you don't want to lay eggs.
Oh jeez. Alright, so you guys wake the next morning
Seems painful.
Yeah.
and you believe that you will reach Fort Calyx by the end of the day.
Woo.
Then we will make with the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, hold on.
Just a blue cord, right?
And then a number.
Okay.
Sweet.
You guys are about 30 miles out from Fort Calyx when you see a squadron of 4 soldiers flying the Cuthbert colors riding your direction.
That's a welcome sight. Oh, wait.
Maybe. I'm sure there's going to be some trouble as we have those two.
Right.
That's welcome for a few of us.
And I am in the lead again, 20,
Yes.
30 or so.
I'm just kind of keeping your guys' order where it was.
So I will ride to meet them.
Okay, as these Trogdor and Dor see these things in the distance, they're kind of a mind to try and get in front of you, Parisa. Are you going
Goddess,
to...
stand back.
It's okay.
All noble like.
It's okay. Just
Your goddess will protect you.
And yeah, you buy it.
Praise the goddess! Praise the goddess and her consort!
And as this is being proclaimed
And I do
loudly,
apologize.
oh God.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right, Eric, the guards are picking up speed coming towards you. They have weapons out, but they don't look aggressive at you. I mean, they just see your party and 2 ogres behind your party.
Yep.
I shall hold my weapon
Awful
down.
skepsis for a moment.
Hail, trouble?
Soon. Very soon. But not from us.
And
there are ogres on the
hold
way to attack.
But
And
not these
he
ones. These ones
looks
that are
confused.
semi-friendly.
I'm 20, 30 feet ahead of you guys.
He looks confused. Do you need us to dispatch the ogres that are chasing you?
They're not chasing, they're following.
Do you need our help?
You need our help.
Trogdor is going to bellow, handmaiden!
What in the name of Lyrical and Highlore is this monstrosity of a mess?
Just bear with me. I'm going to make this as short as sweet as possible because we really don't have time. I still need to talk to Benjamin. Lord Cuthbert, whatever you guys call him. So the ogres think that the Loxley is their goddess, and we learned that there are ogres on their way to attack the fort. Benjamin Cuthbert is in trouble because of some celestial coup going on.
We're gonna need you to come with us.
I told you you'd need our help.
We know William.
Don't worry, we're confused as well.
Done. Oh, thank God they made their wisdom save.
No!
So you want us to bring? We had an ogre attack
There's going to
2
be
days
another one.
past.
Were they floating?
Yes. They
How are
tried
they
to come in the water stores.
There's going to be another one.
Why do you sound like the dog?
Darn it! So it's everybody has to make a DC 15 save for you, correct?
Yes.
Humanoids that are not familiar with Loxlies,
disadvantage
after
that roll.
seeing them for the first time, have to make a wisdom save because they have an otherworldly charm that just kind of...
Because she's a goddess.
It typically doesn't last this long, but with Trogdor and Dor's intelligence and wisdom, it's kind of indefinite.
With his -1 roll. So -1 and -2.
It was a -2.
-2 roll.
So the soldiers surrounded you. Is there anything else that you want us to bring ogres inside the walls of Calyx?
Not necessarily. I understand that they're probably not very welcome here, but I will let you know that they are, for the most part, under our control.
Why don't we go to the Cuthbert estate first?
Yep,
That's where
that's about right.
Benjamin is.
Okay.
Trogdor's
will
doing a
see
performance
if
for
we can get
singing
you
the
an
goddess's
audience.
praise,
Oh,
and it's a
and as soon
-2.
as... Question for you, Rogat. Is your glove on or off?
At the moment, my glove is on.
Okay. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes.
I'm the one that saved the children, but a fortnight ago.
Ah, these are different guards.
All guards look the same to us.
Then you must be the paladin.
Yes.
We have standing orders that you are welcome anytime. I apologize for the questions. We will take you directly to see Lord Cuthbert.
Oh my
You were doing
god.
your job.
Who did that?
And they will
Yeah.
escort you guys
Not
back
familiar.
in the direction of the Cuthbert estate. And we will end there for the evening, as this is going downhill quickly.
Yeah, sure.
I will.
Wait,
Thanks
we
for
can't
hanging
go
in
quite.
there, everyone.
We can't go quite yet.
We're not going quite yet.
We have to wait for the result of the loot hoard.
Oh, okay, hold on. Wait, there was a loot hoard?
There we go.
That's okay.
Ooh, yay, I won again.
There we go. All right.
No, I did.
So make your comments.
Alright, so we are going to wrap up here for the evening. Thank you to Syrinscape for the music. Any other announcements we have, Thaco? I feel like we should have another one, not have it.
Tomorrow is S&M.
Yep, Sand and Magic.
Check out the merch store if you get a chance.
And
Shower
check out
curtains.
Discord.
Check out Discord if you get a chance.
It's never too much fun.
And yeah, I think that about covers it.
Yeah, stay tuned for next time to see if Trogdor and Dor remain with the party and to what degree they remain with the party and
I shall bring the news of the goddess to all corners.
Just wander in and out of our lives.
Oh my gosh. Alright, have a great night, guys.
Have a good night.